paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderers, scum. They're on giant death factories, keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy, weird, sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy, weird woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Literal vampire pot and the goblins are hobbling round coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap. We don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions upon it, people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna stab your daughter at the mall. We're gonna stab your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
Denison, 72, Denison. He is way up the racetrack. That 72 car looking strong here.
Persons under 18 will not be admitted.
In a world where a checkered flag is just the start, meet Ryan Wheeler. the would-be champ who seems to have run his last lap. But when a mysterious figure offers Ryan a dark bargain, promising the throne of speed, he strikes a deal with the devil that will make him ride and die. From ball-busting YouTube sensation and Arca Menard's NASCAR breakout racer Cody Dennison comes his first kick-ass comic creation. This won't be your average ride. It's a tale drenched in bone-chilling horror, soaked in violence, and wrapped around the curves of both the track and the sexiest women that'll make you forget the road ahead. Experience the race of a lifetime, or the damnation of your very soul. Will Ryan outrun his demons, or will he burn in the fiery pits of hell? Don't miss out. Get Cody across the finish line. Back Ride and Die on Indiegogo.
I have read a lot of books, and I think I'm a smart man here. However, there is one book I'm really excited about. It's one coming out soon, and it will blow you all away. The book is called Ride and Die. It's about some race car driver and some big titty demons. My good friend Cody Ake Camelot 331 wrote it, and it is amazing. You should all go back it on Indiegogo, just like I have.
Hey, you. You're finally woke.
Are you guys aware that we almost see no titties in movies anymore? And we only see titties. Hey, anybody notice this? Yes, I love titties! Big old titties!
Oh my gosh, we're finally back. Can you believe it? I had to make sure my mic was working. We're finally back. Had a long ass damn weekend. Been driving everywhere, and I'm finally back to see my beautiful people in the online world in the chat. I love you. I'm so excited and I love how the timing of this stream, we're having the Sad Boy stream. It's going to be a really, really fun show for you guys. I will have to touch on the darkness of the world, but you guys get to enjoy it because you're just here to watch me suffer. That's entertainment, and I'm fucking glad for it. 14 likes away from the big fat ass gold. I love you guys. We're about to have a good ass time. We're talking about divorce. We're talking about a lot of spicy shit, actually. You're gonna like this. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be absolutely wild. I have so much to go through, but we're gonna start at square one. So get the hell on it, diggity dog on it. And I want your guys' input in the chat, boys. I want your guys' input in the chat because it's gonna be very, very experience based. I'm gonna tell my story, and we're gonna tell each other's stories, and then we're gonna all take our shirts off and rub our titties together, and it's gonna be great. And I'm talking to the men in the chat, not the women. I'm not being creepy, okay? Talking to Billy Hatcher and Carlos Morales and Big Mike. But Big Mike and me have done it anyway, so it's totally fine. 9 likes away. Big shout out real quick before we get started. Billy Hatcher with $100 super chat, getting us a fifth of the way to Naked Snake before the show even started. This dude's a maniac. Give him some love. He says your intro keeps getting longer and longer. It was 2 minutes shorter today, Billy. 2 minutes. I think Trump should put 400% tariffs on China. This will be hilarious to watch and see what happens. Also, the UK is looking more like Minority Report every year. Dude, look, by the way, I love you. Thank you so much. I think I didn't cut off. Buzzed my hair a minute ago, and I think I left a little bit too much. So, as far as tariffs go, man, I don't give a fuck. So, I had this conversation with somebody yesterday. Or not, well, 2 or 3 days ago. I don't give a shit. Everybody's always like trying to give their intellectual take on whatever is happening politically in the world. And that's fine and all. But to be fair, everybody is like, that's not on this side. That's not on the side of more tariffs, more crazy chaos and shit. Their entire being is like, oh, well, I'm for this guy that would slightly put me in a different tax bracket. And then every president that came in every 4 years or 8 years, oh, what happens? My healthcare premiums increase, and maybe I get 2% less or 2% more on my taxes. That's it. I kind of enjoy having a president that's just doing crazy shit. At least doing something. Just do something. Oh, now we have a new tax plan that puts you in tax bracket 140 grand. They don't give a fuck. Do something crazy. And that's what I'm seeing right now. So I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing. It's fun. It's fun to watch. Thank you, Billy Hatcher. I appreciate you, dude. I love you. Intimidator. Here's another dad joke for you, Cody. Do you know what the Terminator said while having lunch at the Italian restaurant? Pasta la vista, baby. Thank you. Appreciate you, Intimidator. All right. I love you guys. Appreciate you. And big shout out to Billy. We're 4 likes away from the overall goal. Give him some love. Hell. All right. So here we go. Here we go, boys. Let's just dive right in. God, I got so much, dude. I have like 6,000 tabs. I look like damn Asmongold up in this bitch for sure. Asmongold up in this bitch. Let me go to the original. Oh God, Jesus. All right, boys. This is gonna hurt your feelings, but we gotta do it. It's required. Oh, so let's have fun doing it. Rakin says what's crazy is they don't want to give it time to actually see how the things. Well, look, to be fair, Rakin, I'm not going to pretend I don't understand how the game works. The other side has to criticize the other side, right? That's how it has to be. The unfortunate truth, before we get into the shit, the unfortunate truth is the other side has to criticize no matter what the objective is. So they found themselves on the opposite end of 90-10 issues. Almost no one, especially not in rural America, is in favor of giving your 8-year-old hormones. No one in rural America is in favor of like a 6'4", 200-pound dude that identifies as a woman being in a contact sport, right? And I'm not saying I do or don't, if it's not obvious though. But like rural America is never going to be in favor of that. So when you argue for that, you're going to lose, and that's kind of what happened. Like it's kind of like the whole. You ever seen the meme where if Trump cured cancer, suddenly everybody would be like, "Oh, actually, cancer is good. We need cancer," right? That's what they'd do. So it's just how it is. I understand the game. I'm not pretending like I don't. You know what I'm saying? All right, boys. So if you guys didn't know, I've been through divorce. Now, fortunately enough, it was the one time, right? And I'm pretty sure most of you in chat have been through it too. I'm looking at a lot of people I know in chat that have been through divorce as well. Divorce is an ugly situation. It's brutal, and sometimes it's way worse for other people. Think of Cecil, for example. Cecil lost everything, right? And he was happy to lose everything because he wanted to just be out from under it, which means that lady must have sucked ass cheeks. Mine, on the other hand, was completely normal. Like, and I shouldn't say normal, I should say easy, right? She just left one day. You know, she was like, I don't love you anymore. And I'm like, what? And then she's like, bye. And then that was it. And then I signed some papers, and it said at the bottom of the paper, our belongings has already, our wealth and whatever, our finances has already been separated, and it's fine. And that was it. And then I just went to work the next day. So, you know, I was sad and shit, obviously, but that's not really the point of that. It was a bad time, but it was the first time I had a panic attack. And I didn't even know what it was. I thought they were fake. So I know that's a really bad opinion to have. I get it. Totally. I get it. Let's do shame on me. Right? That's a terrible opinion to have. But I just assumed that they were not real. Like people were just like it was a thing that people indulged in, like some kind of hysterics. You know, I'm a bad person. And then I had one, and I was like, oh wow, I can't believe this is a real thing. I was driving home from the bank. It was December 27th, I think. I might be wrong. Or the 28th, maybe. And I was leaving the bank after dropping off the deposit for GameStop. And all of a sudden, I was just driving. And I wasn't really thinking about anything that I remember of. But my ex-wife had just left like 2 days before. Or a day before. And I was leaving the bank. And I thought I was having a heart attack. Like legitimately, I didn't really understand. I just thought I was having a heart attack. And I was like, oh shit, I can't believe this. I'm only 26, 27. So I pull into like the Piggly Wiggly or whatever the hell was over there. And I just sat there like hyperventilating, and it got pretty extreme and then kind of leveled out at that extremeness. And then it only lasts for like a minute or two that I remember. And then it went away. And I was like, oh, what just happened? So I called my dad, and he's like, yeah, you had a panic attack. My dad apparently had them all the time. And I'm like, oh, well, shit. So that's pretty terrible. But that was like a life-changing ordeal. It was a bad time, dude. I had a power cry. I don't know if you guys have ever had the power cry. I don't power cry. I'm a man, okay? I'm a man, all right? So I don't cry unless I'm watching Moana, Coco, Interstellar, The Room with Tommy Wiseau. There's a lot. I don't cry. God damn it. Now, but I remember, dude, I was standing at GameStop, and I was behind the counter at the register doing my shit, right? And we had a line of people around the store. Like outside going to Walmart, dude. That's how long this line was. And it was 10 hours into the shift, and my ex-wife had just left. And I walked out I walked to the back room, and I had to take a break. I was like, I had to take a break. I walked to the back room, sat in my office, and just hysterically cried for like 2 whole minutes. And then I got up and went back and finished. It was fine. It was really weird, man. Really weird. I learned a lot of stuff like in a 2-week period of that. And then it kind of leveled out, and then I started Tinder, and it was all good. But anyways, we've all been there. I'm pretty sure most of us, especially if you're like my age, you've been there. We've all had our hearts torn out and our throats shut down by a significant other. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And I'm going to touch on my story. And also, the reason I was talking about this was actually, I don't want to share too much, but I was the last couple of months, weeks, months, days, whatever. I've been around a lot of people, and most everybody's in a relationship, right? Like most everybody's in a relationship. Yeah, I know Big Mike, bitch ass, Billy Hatcher. You guys are different because the way you look. But other than that, most people are in relationships. And I talk to these people, and we'll sip on some claws together. You know, when you drink together, everybody just lays shit on the table, and everybody lays everything out on the table, right? And you learn a lot. You learn a lot of stuff that you almost don't want to learn. You know what I'm saying? It's like the cruel realities of the world, right? So anyways, let me take a sip. Real big shout out to Billy Hatcher for the $100 super chat. We're up against the 443rd or 4th Naked Snake in a row. Already a 5th of the way there with the Billy Hatcher. Thank you for your gold or your red boy. We're a gold, an orange, and a pink away from a rainbow night. All super chats go to the retired redneck trailer park fund. Thank you. All right. Anyways, so We're going to talk, and I want you guys' input, and I want you guys to tell me your stories in the chat because I want to talk about them and feature them, and let's have a good time. And I'll try to hit the chats. I know the chats will start getting backed up a little bit, but I'm going to try to hit stuff. It's hard sometimes. Okay, Cody got over his ex by getting on food, but what the fuck, man? Come on now, dude. Come on, you just chill the hell out, Cowboy Juggernaut. Reese, what's up, buddy? All right, people just tell their barbers everything. Apparently, I'm a barber. What's up? All right. I'm backed up like a dumpster at the club, son. What's up? What's up, Big Mike? All right. Where are we at? I got to find my shit, boys. Sorry. Oh, I'm worn out, boys. It has been look at those tabs, bro. It has been a hell of a couple of freaking weeks, man. Hell of a couple of weeks. We race. Oh, by the way, before I get into the juice, like the show. That's very important. Like the damn show. And also, I will be racing at Rockingham, North Carolina, Friday on Fox. Don't miss it. It's my second NASCAR start. NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series will be in the number 22 truck. I'm supposed to be in the 2, but I think they're just slapping another 2 on there for contract reasons. I don't know. But I don't care as long as I'm in a damn race truck. So we'll be there. You can watch it on TV live. If you have Sling, Fox Sports, cable, whatever, you can watch it live. It'll be, I think, 5 p.m. Eastern Friday. I'm pretty sure. So that being said, it is the first time NASCAR has been at Rockingham since 2014, and it's freshly paved. It is sold out. It is sold out, guys. Let me repeat that. It is sold out. The tickets are sold out. Okay, it's going to be crazy. So make sure you watch it. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of eyeballs, a lot of speed, some fast track, 170 into the corners, 160. Woo! So watch the NASCAR race on Fox Sports 1 Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern. Root for your boy. We're going to make some waves in the Timcast Flux truck. Exciting. All right. And then, of course, we'll be at Texas, and I'll know about Talladega tomorrow because I'm talking to some companies. Then Texas, Kansas, Charlotte. All right. Anyways, Shadow Cat says, speaking of Cecil, shoot him some love. He got emotional on stream today after chat helped him fund a PC. He's a good dude. I told him to raid me, but he doesn't know how because he's far too old to learn. Thank you, Shadow Cat. I love you. I appreciate you. I'll shoot him a text and call him gay for you. I appreciate you. All right, dude. Thank you, man. All right. Pierre D, are you actually pro? I somehow am a professional race car. We're using the term professional loosely, but based on Google and paper, I am somehow. Doesn't feel like it. I still feel like I don't know what I'm doing 90% of the time, but isn't that everything in life? All right. So first off and foremost, we're going to have a good time, and I actually want to cover something real. Let me cover this first. Because I saw this, and this was kind of devastating. And I want to see what you guys think about this before I go any further. Because I think this is kind of gross, and I'm going to give my take on it. And I'm going to be a little harsh, but it's fine. It's fine. Who cares, right? No one cares. It's fine. Don't worry about it. All right. Here we go. Oh my God, it's so beautifully formatted. God, it's formatted beautifully. Andy Ackerman, this cat is the first driver I have even remotely followed since Gordon retired. Hell yeah, praise Dell, raise hell. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, buddy. I love you, dude. Andy Ackerman joining the crew, a gold, a pink, and a orange from a rainbow night. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Closing in on Naked Snake. Can we hit Fight Milk? I doubt it. I had to do it Dude, I did Fight Milk last Wednesday, and I thought I was going to die. I had to lay in bed for 5 hours with just staring at the ceiling because my stomach was tore up from the flow up. All right. So tell me what you guys think about this, and then we're going to jump right into the next stuff about divorce. And then we got to cover some GameStop stuff as per usual. It's what we do here. It's what we do. All right. And this is something that's a pet peeve of mine. And it's a pet peeve because I absolutely, and I mean absolutely detest this kind of behavior. And what kind of behavior I'm talking about is when And it's typically a wife or a girlfriend, right? Because that's just how nature works. Usually a guy wants to play video games or he has a bunch of hobbies, and the girlfriend or a wife are usually angry about it and hold it over their head. And it's something I really just absolutely hate. Well, this example I'm about to give you right here is the worst of the bunch, right? It's brutal. So it says, I screamed at my husband over his hobbies and he's changed and I don't know how to fix this. And this is brutal. It says, I need some advice about a situation with my husband. I'm 27, he's 28, and we've been married for 4 years. He has a room where he keeps all his hobbies: sim racing, aviation setup, soccer analysis, Lego sets, music production equipment. Basically, it's his sanctuary. He's super analytical and loves writing down and dissecting things, from sports to politics. He's slightly on the spectrum and very introverted, so he doesn't have close friends. I'm really the only person he shares anything with. And are you thinking about this for a second? The only person this person is vulnerable enough to share things with. And I want the women in the chat to really, really focus on this right now for just 2 damn seconds, okay? Your guy is playing video games, or he has what are called hobbies. I don't even like to call them hobbies, right? I don't like the phrase man cave, okay? I don't like when my interests and passions are equated to little hobbies, right? At any rate, when a man wants to share something he's passionate about with you, it means he cares about you. The absolute worst thing you could do is shit on that. And you're about to see exactly what I mean. So she says, right here, as I lose my window. Where'd my window go? Oh, it's not a damn program. It's right here. Huh? All right. So she says right here, and this is my advice to you. He's always invited me into his space to be part of his interest. I love him and appreciate that he wants to include me, but sometimes I just need some time for myself. Keep in mind, she also said he's always in his man cave, a phrase, and she's apparently got time to herself, right? Recently, I snapped and yelled at him, saying some hurtful things that I didn't mean, like how his interests bore me, that he needs to get a social life, and even questioned why I married him. I regret every word, but my anger got the best of me and I couldn't control it in that moment. What is it with you women? Look, I'll be the first person, okay? I'll be the first person to tell you I love women. I love the female form. I love the female attitude. I love female personalities. I love female thinking. I love a lot of it. But with that comes the negative aspects. And I'll never understand why women in these situations, when they're angry, say the most insanely hurtful shit to somebody. Like, question why you married a person. Literally the absolute worst thing you could say to somebody that's been vulnerable enough to share their interest with you, right? And you question why you married them to their face? Oh! And I'll give you a little example. When my ex-wife told me with a straight face she didn't love me anymore, and it broke me in half. Like, broke me in half, man. I was 3'2" after that shit, because she broke me in half. I was walking on nubs, bruh. I was dragging my balls on the ground like a dog because she broke me right in half. And I'll take it a step further. About a few hours later, maybe, or the next day, I asked her if she ever loved me. And she said, I don't think so. Just lie. If you're planning on leaving, just lie. Or is your intention to hurt me? This is something we always ask ourselves. Is your intention to hurt me? Right? Because a lot of negative stuff went down. Like my ex-wife, look, I don't have a problem with her at all. This is a long time ago. Look, I'm not shitting on her by any means. But that last week she was living with me, she was so mean for no reason. And I never understood it to this day. I still don't understand why her personality flipped and she was the meanest person I'd ever met. Just hateful all the time. And just lie. If we got 1 week left, just lie and then leave. Like, God. Anyways. So after she yelled at him about his hobbies and said she questioned why she married him, he completely changed. He stopped spending time in his room, moved to sleeping on the couch, and barely talks to me. He even ignored our tradition of watching our home nation soccer team play, something he'd never skip. Instead, he was working on his laptop, breaking our no work at home rule. When I asked him about it, he said he didn't care about the game and mentioned that maybe he should just be more like his father, who's a workaholic and whom my husband idolizes. He even added, I don't blame him for divorcing at that age now. And this is like him. This is something that will happen. Somebody you actually really care about will say some crazy shit. And you care about that person so much that even though you're hurt and even though you don't want to believe them, or maybe you don't believe them, you'll start gaslighting yourself into thinking maybe they're right. Maybe I am a piece of shit. Maybe I am boring. Maybe I haven't done enough. You know what I'm saying? Anyways. I've apologized multiple times, but he just says, it's okay, maybe you're right, and shuts down any attempts I make to talk about his interest. I'm terrified he's considering divorce. I know I messed up, but I don't know how to rebuild trust and help him feel valued and loved again. I don't want to lose him, but I'm unsure how to approach this situation and make amends. Any advice? Your advice is, you're done. When you say stuff that you claim you don't mean, you can't always take it back. You can't always take that stuff back. Maybe you can apologize. Maybe you can even make amends and get forgiveness, but you can't take it back. There is truth to the things that she said. She probably resents him for having a lot of interests that don't necessarily include her. Maybe she resents him because he has tons of interest and she has none. This is a common thing that I see a lot. Is I'll see men, and look, it can go either way, but obviously I'm speaking from a man's perspective. I'll see a lot of men that have tons of passions. Maybe it's writing music, maybe it's skateboarding, maybe it's writing. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to like a woman, their interests stop at watching TV and drinking wine. And the furthest it goes is reading a book, which I don't think's an interest. That's an activity. You know what I'm saying? And I think that creates a lot of people to be resentful because they see us having a good time, enjoying something that's not them, that they consider dumb or not worth their time or your time. And you actually care about it and you enjoy it and it gives you happiness, and they must dash that. They must destroy it. And that's where I think this comes from. I would divorce her ass immediately, right? Question why you married me. Come on now. Come on now. Jesus. Oh, by the way, I got like 19 more of those, so get ready. I got 19 more of those. Cold Stomp says, I only tell my wife half the dumb shit I think of. Oh, yeah, I would avoid all that shit altogether. All of it. Avoid it all, man. You don't want to end up like me, divorced and sad. Having to bang all the hot single chicks. No. Oh my God. Oh, Duke, bro, what are you doing in my chat, you fucking psycho? Oh, Duke. Me and Duke apparently grew up together. Oh, shit. No, all right. Anyways, Ellie Fant says, you go ahead and power cry, coos. Married once. Don't believe in divorce for myself unless there's adultery or abuse. Married for 13 years together, about 18 years. Congratulations. I love you, Ellie Fant. Ellie Fant with an orange boy, everybody. We are now a pink and a gold boy from a rainbow night. Almost a fourth of the way to Naked Snake. We love Ellie Fant. We appreciate Ellie Fant. Give Ellie Fant some love in the chat. I'm a harder comment. Can we hit 5 milk today? I don't know, man. It's wild tonight. We're going wild tonight. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Ellie Fant. I love you, baby. King Deplorable says, worst case, she's only sorry that her mask slipped. Best case, she's really sorry, but about to learn a valuable lesson on why you can open a can of worms. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, dude. Yeah, dude. 100%. 100%. Some things you can't take back. Some things you can't take back. You ever seen the otter with a guitar? You ever seen the otter with a guitar? This is the otter with the guitar. And this is actually how I feel a lot. I feel like this a lot of the time. I'm gonna be completely transparent with you guys. I feel like this all the time because I have a lot of interests and passions, and I show these interests and passions to a lot of people, and a lot of people don't care. To be fair, my chat are probably the people that care the most about it, which I really appreciate. All my boys in my chat. Jay Sledge, I talk to him in DMs. Love my boy. Chris Olin, my boy. You know, there's people. Jim Satata. What's up, dude? So, but I've met a lot of girls, man, and a lot of guys that could give two shits. And it makes me feel like the author of the guitar. Every single time. And I'm so tired of feeling like the author of the guitar. Please stop making me feel this way. Please, Jesus. Someone do something. Save me. Save me. All right. Anyways. Let's continue, boys. All right. I'm going to throw up. All right. Here we go. John Harris says, if you share something personal with a woman, just expect it to be used against you. Oh, no. No! Bro, you're opening a can of worms, John. You're right. You are right. Tell your girlfriend or your wife that you were like assaulted by your father or uncle when you were growing up, and see how that impacts the next fight or the worst fight a year from now or 2 years from now when she says you deserved it. I've seen that shit happen before. Like, that's crazy shit. Vespacia, she's only sorry because she got a different reaction than what she wanted. She wanted him to get mad and pay her attention. Yep, 100%, dude. 100%. You right there, man. You right there. Oh my God, Chris Olin. Elephant says, I don't understand these angry Reddit chicks. They're crazy, man. They're crazy as hell. Well, it's the thing, man. Like you get older and you start thinking you deserve more. You start scrolling TikTok or Instagram and you see all these female influencers that are flying around to Miami and dating guys and getting like run through. And that's fine, dude. That's probably what I'd do if I was a chick. And to be fair. And you have women that they're at the cusp and sometimes over it. And they're 30 or 29 or 28. And they're like, fuck this. I got to go do that right now. And they'll do it. And and then like 2 months into it, they realize it's not sustainable and it's not actually fulfilling, you know? So anyways, Chris Olin, Ellie fan, thank you for the gold, boy. Chris Olin with a pink boy. Check out our boy Cecil. That chat made him catch feeling. Here's one for the rainbow. All right, Chris, just for you, I'm going to text Cecil right now and tell him I love him. There he is. Here's Cecil right here. He's in my phone as Cecil Daddy. Heard you got a little choked up on your show. Sending some love, gay boy. There you go. Chris Olin, I appreciate you, buddy. It's now a rainbow night, and we're almost halfway to Naked Snake. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that, dude. Chris Olin, everybody. Give him a round of applause. Thank you, dude. I love you. I appreciate you, man. All right. Thank you. Chris Olin, everybody. Chris Olin, everybody. Juan Ocampo has joined the show. Where you been, buddy? I matched with a chick recently and barely talked to her for a day, and she got the ick because I told her I work at a pizza shop and an Uber on the side. Like, really? That's how it works, man. That's how it works. Here's your test, Juan Ocampo. Here's your test. Match with a girl. And look, I'm also going to give credence to the fact that women do have preferences when it comes to financial stability. I get it. But here's your test. Match with the girl. Talk to her for a couple of days. You really hit it off. And then when she asks what you do, lie to her and say you Uber. After she's been to your house and everything. See how she reacts, right? And then let her know that you are a superstar. Don't you know that you are a shooting star? Juan Ocampo. Ellie Fan says, I don't know who needs to hear this, but you are not a POS. Thank you, Ellie Fan. I appreciate you. I love you. I appreciate you. Oh, my God. Ellie Fan be slinging me today. She's almost at a rainbow night by herself. Duke says, am I the asshole if I don't want to get married because I don't want her to take half my shit if it don't work out? Bro, I'm like, that's you and me, Duke. We grew up together, apparently, because I feel the same way. I'm telling you, Duke, we're the same guy. All right. Anyways, let's continue. The chats, they're hijacking my stream, I tell you what. All right. The ladies want us to pay attention, bro. Women don't care what I do for the most part. They just see I'm good with kids, Jay Sledge. Well, that's all you need, baby. That's all you need sometimes. I see you over there, Alonzo, on an Entropy Nomad and Cynical Phantom on the Rumble. Hope you guys are doing well on Rumble. All right, let's continue, boys. Got a lot to talk about. I better start talking about some shit because I have too much to talk about tonight. I've talked about the one tiny, minute thing out of the 100 I have. Where'd they go? Where'd they go? Where'd they go, man? There we go. I got him. I found him. I found him. All right, boys. Let's continue. Let's make music together. Let's make sweet harmony. I sing this every show. Is this the line I get into lose half my shit? Yes, sir. This is it. It's called the divorce court. Had Dario, same thing happened to me. No, Caleb Bakuya, I agree. Now, I've talked to PDH about this, and PDH says the reason she wants marriage is because she wants security if shit goes down, which I get. But here's the double-edged sword here. I lose the security to get married, right? So, like me getting married, I lose the security, and she gains it, right? And that's not a fair trade. And also, like the excuse or the reasoning or the reconciling of this fact is the fact that, oh, you'll have security too because divorce is hard. And I'm like, what? Not as hard as losing 800 grand. What are you doing? Not at all. Okay. All right, boys, let's start the show. Okay, that's it. Let's start the show, boys. Can I pull this over here? No, let's don't do that. No. Let's not do that. That is crazy. All right, let's start off. So this is going to be spicy. This is going to be like eating your damn hot wings, okay, before they got rid of the blazing sauce over at Twin Peaks, you sons of bitches. I love that shit because it comes out twice. Anyways, it says, my wife admitted to a drunken one-night stand last weekend, and it has turned me into a robot. Before we even hop into this, you get the shotgun. Shotgun time. I'm just saying, shotgun time. I don't play no games, baby. It says, I've been married to my wife, Kate, for 4 years, together for 9. Oh, God. Our relationship's been amazing, loving, and supportive. We have good communication, hardly ever argue, and our bedroom life has gone from strength to strength over the years. We discussed cheating in the past, and we're always clear that it would be over if it ever happened. Kate went home to visit her family last weekend, which was fairly normal. Before she left on Friday night, we had a minor argument about keeping the house tidy, so our communication was limited on Saturday, but I knew she was going out to meet friends at a bar, so I trusted her 100%, so I didn't think anything of it. And I'll just jump in right here, boys. I'm jumping right in because if this is the one thing, if you get in a fight with your chick, and I'm not advocating for even like going down the road. Okay, but I'm talking prevention. I take Sizol and Flonase for prevention of allergies, not to combat them. Okay, there's a reason. If you get in a tussle with your lady or your guy, let's be honest. If you get in a tussle with your wife or girlfriend, fix it before she leaves for the weekend. You best fix it before she leaves for the weekend. Because as soon as she puts herself in a position to do some naughty business, her justification is going to go to, oh, well, we had a fight and we're probably going to break up anyway. So this is okay. Fix it before they leave. I'm just putting this out there, man. Don't screw this up. Don't. Make sure you lock the show, by the way, or else you're fired. Before I fell asleep, I texted her saying that I hope she had a nice night. When I woke up Sunday morning, I had a missed call from Kate at 4 a.m., so I immediately called her back to see if she was okay, but there was no answer. After a few hours, I tried again a few times, but still no answer. Around an hour later, I got a message saying she was fine and was driving back soon. Here we go, boys. Kate got home late afternoon and looked awful. She'd clearly been crying, was not wearing any makeup, unusual for her, and looked like a shell of a person. This misogynist. I knew right away something was wrong, but she wouldn't let me hug her and would barely speak. I sat her down on the couch and made her some tea. I gently encouraged her to tell me what was wrong, and she burst into uncontrollable tears for at least 10 minutes while I was trying to comfort her. Bro, look, I got to say something here. Why is when a girl cheats on you, gets just blown out by some dude at a bar, they act like it hurts them more than it hurt you. Like they're already like laying the groundwork. Look how hurt I am. Look how devastated I am also about this situation. See, I am also upset. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. You ain't tricking my dumb ass. Straight up manipulation. She then proceeded to tell me, stopping every few words, that she had slept with someone last night after the bar. Bum, bum, bum. At that moment, something in my brain broke. I can't describe it any other way. I immediately got up and jumped in my car and drove off. I went to a park and walked around it for about an hour. Kate was calling my phone constantly, and I turned it off. Based. 100%, bro. I would do, yeah, that's right. I'm right there with you. That's what I'd do. When I got home, I grabbed 2 suitcases from the garage and went to our bedroom, threw some of Kate's clothes and shoes into them, and left them by the front door. Based. Kate was lying on the floor in the living room, curled up into a ball, sobbing. I called her best friend who lives nearby and told her that Kate needed a place to stay and a ride to her place, and that Kate could explain everything to her later. This dude's following a bunch of good steps, to be honest. These are a lot of good steps. Absolutely do not leave your house. Don't leave. If this happens to you, don't leave your own house. All right? Because the law is going to look at that. They're going to look at that and be like, hey, wow, why'd you leave your house? Seems like you were abandoning. Seems like you're getting the hell out of there. Nope, don't leave. Don't leave, man. Don't you leave your house. You get them out. I told Kate I was leaving for an hour and that her friend was coming to pick her up. She grabbed onto my legs, trying to stop me from leaving. When I returned home again, Kate was gone, and so were the cases. On Monday, with a clearer head, I answered one of Kate's many calls and told her that I needed her to send me an email with as much details as possible of that night, and if she leaves anything out, there'll be no hope of reconciliation. I received this email on Monday night, but still haven't opened it. Based. Now, this could be a tactic for divorce court, but hey, man, I don't know, man. Duke says the grass isn't greener on the other side. But that's the logic, Duke, right? The grass is greener mentality. Women will be, and I know I'm talking from a man's perspective. I am a man. I love you women as well. I'm just saying I'm a guy, right? So I'm going to speak from this man's perspective. I know it goes both ways, but I'm a dude, so that's what I want to talk about. So at any rate, women suffer from this weird thing. And it's like the grass is greener mentality. And what that means is women will marry a man, generally speaking, that has 8 out of the 10 attributes that they want in a man, right? He's successful, he's attractive, he's in shape, he's funny, right? But he's not overtly driven to fight for his dreams. And then one night she's at a bar and she meets the guitarist for this local band, and they're about to sign a record deal, a small record deal, and go on a tour. He's not funny. He's not hyper attractive, really skinny, not super charming. But the fact that he's fighting for his dreams, she's like, dude, I want to have sex with this guy. And they'll choose the guy with the one attribute over all the other attributes because he has the one thing that the other guy doesn't, even though the other guy has all of those things. The grass is greener, bro. It's not always, man. It's actually not usually. Let's be fair. Anyways, the safety net guys, the branch guys, right? Since then, after getting the email that he has not opened, since then, everyone's been trying to contact me, but I've just been working, exercising, and sleeping. One of her friends turned up at my house with an attitude, demanding an explanation. Oh, dude, I would slap your jaws. Unless it was a lady. Then I would not. I would figuratively slap your jaws with my words. I I told her to speak to Kate and close the door in her face. It was a woman, so no jaw slapping. You could go the extra based, route and bang that lady. Kate's friend showed up at my house and I clapped her cheeks. That's what you should have done, boy. Come on, man. Since then, everybody's been trying to contact me, but I've just been working, exercising, and sleeping. One of her friends turned up at my house. Oh, we already read that. I'm a dumb. I have also been speaking to divorce lawyers, have moved money into separate accounts, and blocked Kate and all of her friends on everything. Everything I've done since I found out seems like I've been on autopilot. I don't feel angry, upset, or overly emotional. Kate posted a note through the door yesterday asking to meet me tomorrow, but I'm conflicted. Should I meet her? Will it change anything? Is there a point in trying to reconcile? Is it normal to feel like a robot? And how do I snap out of this? Here we go. All right. I think there's an update to this, yeah? Is there? Yep, here it is. All right. So there is an update to this, and we're going to cover this. But, oof. No, thank you. No, thank you. Fist for thee, but not for me. No, Kayla, I'm saying the same thing. And there's no, if your girl pulls the whole bullshit where she got in a fight with you and then she gets banged by a random dude, that's not, oh, we had a fight. No, thank you. I would prefer her to be talking to this dude for like a year, not a random dude. Okay. At least earn her love. You know what I'm saying? Earn her love. Jacob says, imagine asking Reddit for advice on your personal life. Hey, look, Reddit used to be fine. Like Reddit was way better 10 years ago. It's like uninhabitable now. Trust me, I'm going to get into some Reddit stuff later, and it's all like anti-Trump, and the post isn't even about Trump. It's the weirdest shit. You can type in how to make a pizza in a pizza oven in the pizza Reddit, and people will just yell at you about Trump. It's the weirdest shit in the world, you know? Zach says, Elephant, shoving our feelings down is what men do. That's what we do. 100%. 100%. That's what we do. For real, right? Anyways. Crystal Fannin, what's up, baby? Happily married for 10 years, 11 years total. Every couple has their ups and downs, but if you truly want marriage to work, then you work through everything. Communication. Communication is the way to go about it. By the way, we're almost halfway to Naked Snake. Big shout out to Chris Olin and Billy Hatcher. We got the red boys. We got the pink boys. We got the orange boys. Now we just need the naked boy. Thank you guys so much. Love you for all your support today. It really helps out you, boy, and the Redneck Fund, Redneck Trailer Park Fund. All right, here's the update to this story, by the way. It says, after reading your comments, I decided to meet with Kate, but not read the email. See, maybe Reddit is AIDS. Seeger Fox, what's up, baby? I feel like it's been too long. Kate came to the house yesterday. When I opened the door, she looked terrible. He's just all about this. She tried to hug me and started mumbling apologies, but I stopped her and we sat to talk. Good on you. I started by telling Kate that I would be recording the audio of a conversation, and she agreed. I then asked her to explain what happened and told her that I haven't read the email she sent. Kate said she had been at the bar with two friends and told me that she had to drink. She just had to. Or she told me what she had to drink. I was surprised at how little she drank because it was the same amount we would normally drink when going for dinner. A few glasses of wine and a cocktail. She admitted she was only slightly tipsy. See? One of her friends, Sarah, has a younger brother, Max, who's 27, who came to pick them up around midnight. It's a running joke in their group that Max has a major crush on Kate since high school, and I had heard them joke about this. So she had already been wanting to bang this Max guy. It's already a self-report. She already wanted to bang the Max guy. The four of them went to get food, and Max then dropped one of them off, each one of them off until it was him and Kate. Kate said she didn't want him to drive 20 minutes to her parents' place after working all day, so she would just get an Uber from his apartment. Oh my God. She was 100% trying to bang him. She went to his apartment to order the Uber, but couldn't get one. Max suggested that she should crash in his bed and he would take the sofa. He would then drop her off in the morning. Kate refused and continued trying to find an Uber. They were sitting on Max's bed and he kissed her. He kissed her. By the way, let me just say something. I went to this guy's apartment that has openly had a crush on me for years. I sat on his bed and then he kissed me. There was nothing I could do. How did you get there? Why are you at his apartment? You slick Willie. She kissed him back and they ended up having sex. She said it was consensual. After that, she broke down crying from guilt and Max took her home. She cried for another hour, then tried to call me to tell me what she had done. We had to stop a number of times because Kate kept breaking down and crying and hysterically. She told me it was a huge mistake. She got caught up in the moment. It was terrible. She only loves me, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, see, I don't understand this. How do you have this type of reaction if you didn't, in some way, shape, or form, want to do it? Look, I understand that shit happens, all right? I know this stuff isn't black and white, but when you go to a dude's house, specifically say you don't want to go to your parents, you want to go to his apartment. Specifically, you want to go to his apartment. Then get on his bed, and then he kisses you, and then you have sex, and suddenly you feel real bad and hysterical about it? I don't know, man. Sounds like this was your entire goal all along. And one of your girlfriends found out, and you were worried that they were going to tell your husband. So instead, you painted this entire, oh, you actually are the victim here, not anyone else. Have accountability, baby. Come on. She told me she only loves me, blah, blah, blah. After she was done, I told her that her story didn't make sense, but it didn't matter at this stage because I was done. This caused another breakdown. I told her I was going to continue with the divorce preparations, but for the next month, we'd be separated with no contact. I also told her that we would both remain faithful, would get a full STD panel, and she would tell our mutual friends and family what happened. If she sticks to these conditions, I would be willing to meet again to see if there was any way forward other than divorce. Oh. She enthusiastically agreed to this, but made it clear that she did not expect me to stay faithful to her. Oh, I don't trust you. Bitch, you just got ran through by Max. You went to Max's house. Max balls deeped your ass. And now you don't trust me? I didn't have sex with Max. You did. I didn't balls deep Max. You did. You had the balls on your face. And now you don't trust me? That makes no damn sense. I don't trust you. Oh, okay. Yeah. She just tripped and fell on his wiener, huh? Like Ellie says. I know many of you will criticize this decision, but I need to be sure that this divorce is the right option after I had time to process everything that happened. I'm still 99% sure that's where we're headed, but I need to be 100% certain. Edit. Just to clarify, because many of you seem to be focusing on this point, I've had mutual friends and my wife's family send me nasty messages. Turn up at my house because, according to Kate, I kicked her out over an argument. My request was Kate tells them it's because she's been unfaithful, not a full rundown of everything that happened. So there's a running joke about this guy wanting to bang your wife. Then in the middle of the drive home, it is determined that 20 minutes is too far because he worked all day. Then the solution is that he ends up with her in his bed. The logic leap for this is unbearable. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I wish there was an update. Did they get a divorce? Where is it at? Where's this guy? Far humor. I need to find out right now. Where's the update? Give me the update. Give me the update. There's not going to be one. You bastard. You know why there's no update? I'll tell you why there's no update. You know why there's no update? Because he got back together with her. Filthy bastard. The old, she just tripped on his wang. The old, she tripped and his wang fell into her. Yep, that's how it works, man. That's how it always works. Thank you, Elephant. I love you. I appreciate you, Elephant. Elephant keeping the super chat streak alive with 5 in a row. Thank you, Elephant. Almost halfway to Naked Snake Boys. Edit. Update. Thanks for the Reddit gold, con stranger. It'll go towards buying a new home. All right. Anyways. This one I thought was pretty funny, but we're going to cover it real quick just for shits and giggles. It says, yesterday I was hanging out with my boyfriend and we were in a not so great part of the city. Suddenly a guy approached us to ask for indications. Indications? Oh, I see. So it says, yesterday I was hanging out with my boyfriend. Yesterday I was hanging out with my boyfriend and we were not in a good part of the city. Suddenly a guy approached us to ask for directions and asked us to help him get there. And we helped him. Stupid, I know. Hey, us white people are dumb as hell. To be honest. After getting there, he pulled out a knife and asked for all our money. My boyfriend ran away and left me alone with the mugger. Luckily, he just wanted money, so I gave him the money and he ran away. After that, I went inside a bar and called my parents. My parents were furious my boyfriend ran away and tried to call him, but he did not pick up. We went to the police and then returned home after maybe 2 hours. I received a call from my boyfriend asking where I was and telling me he alerted the police. I exploded on him and he did not even apologize, but kept telling me he did the best he could. Bro, if you stayed with a man, look, dude, I'm on chick's side here, 100%. If you're with a dude and you get mugged and he runs away, like your boyfriend or husband, and he runs away, yeah, you out. I would leave. If I was a girl, I'd leave so fast. He ran. What? He didn't protect you? Damn, boy. Damn. If a dude pulled a knife on PDH, I would get stabbed. I would get stabbed. All right? It's just what you do. I don't understand. Yeah, I'm going to run. It's like, it's not like he didn't know the girl. Look, if I was with a girl, if I was at a bar and I was taking some shots, maybe, and I happened to take a shot with a girl for 2 seconds, and we walk outside together, right? And I'm like, I'm waiting for my Uber. And she's like, yeah, me too. And a guy walks up with a gun, my ass might leave. Right? I don't know this lady. But if I knew the lady, I'm going to protect her. Simp. Bro, you mean you would let your wife die in cold blood to avoid being a simp? I ain't no simp. Wife dies getting shot. Man runs away. Husband runs away because he ain't no simp, boys. Vespasia and the glory of Rome is forever. She always fantasized that Max would have been a great lover, but he was just a 3-pump chump. That actually happens more than you know. Thank you, Vespasian. I love you, dude. I appreciate you, Vespasian, for your goal, boy. Clawing slowly towards Naked Snake for another gold super chat. Vespasian is the man, the myth, the legend. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you so much for that. Insane support. My boy. Thank you, dude. Really appreciate that. My boy's helping us. He's helping us move forward in life. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. All right. How much am I worth? Because I got stabbed to death for a woman. If it was your wife, though, right? Like maybe she didn't get away though, so then you kind of died for no reason. It's a touchy situation. It's a touchy situation. It is. It's very touchy. I get it, man. I totally get it. Well, I mean, Tug Simp, and you can probably attest to this. I don't really know. But I was talking to a girl like 6 months ago. I don't remember. And by talking, I mean literally just casually like responded to a girl like that hadn't DM me or something, or maybe email me. I don't remember. And she told me that she like has kind of stopped hooking up with guys because every other guy, like, they just come in like 2 seconds. She says every single guy just comes 2 seconds. And she's like, this is awful and boring and terrible, so I'm stopping. Right? And I'm like, damn, is this like a normal thing for dudes? Jesus, that sucks. I'll ask at least 20. Come on. Come on. All right. Anyways. Let's start this one. This one says, my wife and I have been married for 10 years, and we really do have an amazing relationship. We have 2 beautiful kids, a nice home. I own my own business, and things are great. We have a great sex life and social life outside of our family with the kids. My wife, after years in various parts of the industry, got her real estate license about 4 years ago. It was something to fill time, keep her busy, and make a little extra income. Hey. The company that she's been with for the last 2 or 3 years has a real emphasis on social networking events, and it's caused a rift between us. I've attended 1 or 2 of these events, and I've left them all with a troubling feeling. I would say 9 out of the 10 people I met rubbed me the wrong way. Many of them are very self-absorbed, can only talk about themselves and their success, and are very flirtatious with my wife. And to be fair, she's incredibly attractive, but approachable and friendly. Hey, man, This is the realtor business for women is like professional sports for men, right? You got to have the drive, and with that drive comes the sexual nature of the drive, right? And it's her responsibility to not act on that. And also, I mean, to be extremely successful at selling, I think you have to be like a hyper narcissist, or maybe like a con man. It's hard to say. It's hard to say, really. The last few events that my wife's attended resulted in her coming home late and involved excessive drinking. Oh, no. There are two things that really bother me about it. I feel that her professional relationships with men at her own company have become more social than professional, and these networking events seem more like an excuse to go hang out with other guys and drink. While many of them are married, I don't trust their intentions. Yeah, no shit. No, if anyone ever tells you, but so-and-so is married, they're naive. That has never stopped anybody. Stop thinking that. That's ridiculous, right? Like, but they're married. Okay. What does that have to do with anything? Okay, has nothing to do with anything. Yeah, flightless high. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Nurses and realtors stay away. Bram Montana knows. He knows the secrets of the trade. Like the show, everybody. Make sure you hit that like button, please. Last week, my wife attended an event, and we agreed that she would be back by 12. I even went out of my way to make a point of asking her to be responsible and to limit the amount of drinks. Good luck. Well, 2 a.m. rolled around, and there was no sign of her. She wouldn't respond to text messages. I could see she was still in the general area of the event, which was over an hour from our house. Finally, after calling a few times, she answered, and I could tell she was extremely drunk. And she told me she was staying at a hotel with one of her girlfriends, and I had to quickly remind her that I had to be up at 4:30 a.m. to get ready for work. Long story short, she took an Uber to the train and ended up driving her car home drunk. Wow. As if this wasn't bad enough, I noticed on her phone she had very flirtatious text messages with multiple married men and single men. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. I've really had enough of this career choice. She doesn't seem responsible enough to attend these events, and it's causing a big divide between us. I'm really at a loss for what my next step should be. There was a similar situation to this a few months ago, and at that point, she had promised me she's going to control herself and be more responsible, but it's pretty obvious that she's not able to do that. Rest in peace, boys. Rest in peace. Is there an update? I doubt it. I doubt it. Yeah, dude, look. Your biggest thing is setting a boundary. If you set a boundary and and your significant other cannot humor that boundary at any point, or they regularly break that boundary, you gotta have the conversation. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have the conversation. So, and I know everybody thinks they're in like the perfect relationship. Trust me. I have talked about this shit a lot in the past. Everybody thinks that they're in the perfect relationship. Everybody in chat that is married or has a girlfriend or boyfriend, you all think you're in the best relationship ever. But 9 times out of 10, shit hits the fan. And I shit you not, I have had several people from my chat in the last couple of years, because I used to talk about this a lot more. And I've had people in my chat that did that. They said that they were married for 10 years and it was the best relationship ever and they loved each other. DM me. I've had people email me and DM me. Those same people being like, yeah, we got divorced because so-and-so was cheating or vice versa. And I'm like, shocking. Look, and I'm not saying that all relationships are like that. I'm just saying just because you think you're in the best relationship ever doesn't mean you think you are. And it doesn't mean your partner thinks that as well, right? The statistic of people that cheat is like 70-something% for both sexes. People that are married, it's upwards of 70%. And this is people that admit to it. The number is likely higher. It's a terrible, terrible revelation. But don't be that person that just, oh, I love my partner so much. They would never, ever, ever do that. Look, dude. Look, just because you think that, if you're feeling some kind of way, if you're feeling suspect about any situation, have the conversation. The best thing you can do is have communication about situations like that. Don't just ignore it and hope it goes away, right? Because at the end of the game, everybody is human. Everybody's human. All right. I'm the 25% of decent human beings. Well, it depends, Lesser Logic. So, like, how often are you in the position, right? So, like, for example, the highest occupations for people that regularly commit adultery is like high profile lawyers, actors, like celebrities, basically, and NBA players. That's 3 out of the top 5. The number 1 is nurses. How nurses beat NBA players and celebrities, I'll never understand. But nurses is at the top of the list, right? It's always nurses for some reason. So if you're dating a nurse, rest in peace. I feel for you. Oh, no. But that being said, if you regularly find yourself in situations to where you could do that, that's where, if you don't, then you're clicking the box, right? Catalina, I couldn't imagine cheating on my husband. We've been together for almost 20 years. Our relationships have been the biggest blessing and open lines of communication. Sure, yeah. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Right? Oh, man. What about two people or what if the two people are doctors and or nurses, Roy Wade? Then everybody's fucked. 260 until Naked Snake, boys. 260. 260, boys. All right. That's not it. Oh, no. I can already tell this is going to be bad. I can already tell that one's going to be bad. Oh, God, that one's going to be fun. All right, guys, I'm just looking ahead to the future, our future together as the chat. Make sure you like the stream. We're almost at 300 likes. Damn. Charles Salmon's lots of nurses and CNAs are former sex workers. Well, one of the hospitals around me, Charles. So the hospital, like 10 minutes from my house, I don't think it's the main hospital. It's like an offshoot hospital, like beside this wing joint I used to go to. They had to make it a policy to not either A, have an OnlyFans, or B, promote your OnlyFans. This is a hospital, by the way, not a brothel. A hospital had to put up an advisory and change their policy that you're not allowed to either A, have an OnlyFans, or B, promote your OnlyFans. Because nurses were promoting their OnlyFans to random patients. Because, like, every nurse on staff had an OnlyFans. What is wrong with nurses, boys? Jesus. All right, anyways. It's gross. It is pretty gross. But, hey, man, whatever. Whatever, man. That's hot, Brash. Oh, no. Oh, no. 70 likes until 300. 260 until Naked Snake and Super Chats. Thank you, babies. 200. We're up against the 443rd Naked Snake in a row. 443 in a row. That's years of snakes. Where the hell is my window? All right. So this says, my husband and I have been married for 7 years. We have a 5-year-old son. He also has a 9-year-old son from his previous marriage. My best friend confessed to me that she and my husband had an affair last year that ended around Christmas. I had noticed some distance on their part, but she always seemed to have what sounded like valid reasons. I definitely felt like there was something different with her, but I never assumed it was anything like this. We still talked and saw each other during the entire time that they were doing whatever they were doing together, and since it all ended in December. Bro, I tell you what. You know, and this is the main thing. Look, guys. Do not bang your girlfriend or wife's best friend. God, she's going to tell on you. What are you doing? That's such a dumb thing to do. Why would you do that? She told me now because she has confessed to her husband and she wanted me to hear it from her instead of him. She's filing for a legal separation from her husband. And in their long talk about their marriage and why this is happening, she confessed to the affair that she had with my husband. During these conversations, I guess I made the mistake of telling her about the romantic things my husband still does for me and about how good he is in bed. And that's the truth. I thought our relationship was great. I was, and frankly, still am in love with him. I never had any sense that he wasn't attracted to me and was interested in other people. See, this is where women like lose the plot. Women will lose the plot right here for some reason. And I don't know why they can't retain this simple fact. Just because your man ran through a random chick, it has nothing to do 95% of the time with his wife. It's because he's just running through a chick. Is it okay? No, but don't blame yourself and think he's not attracted to you anymore. It has nothing to do with that. Men are biologically engineered to sow our wild oats. There's a fucking phrase for it, right? There's a phrase for it. Okay, men have sex for sex. Women have sex for love, right? There's a reason why socially, right? Socially, it's looked down upon more on women for cheating than it is men. Because biologically, men just trying to dump a load. It is no different than just beating our tater, man. Just cranking out the hog. You know what I'm saying? But for women, they'll keep up like this year-long relationship and be meeting places and sending love notes and shit, which in my opinion is a little bit more devastating. But you get what my point, right? Anyway, dropping them fat loads. The Fran doesn't weed. Oh my God, Fluffmaster. Genius observation from Fluffmaster. That Fran doesn't want to be divorced alone. Genius. Absolute genius. Unbelievable. Shallon Wander, what's up, buddy? All right. Absolute genius observation. All right. You must be a woman, Fluffmaster. Are you a woman, Fluffmaster? Because that is like that is such a good observation. But only women think this way. Come on. Confirm. Affirm me, please. Okay. She said it started October 2023 and it was just sex. I know she had been very dissatisfied with her own marriage and sex life with her husband because she talked to me about it several times. At one point, she was even considering divorcing her husband. She would always say she loved her husband and he was a good man, but the relationship lacked any sense of romance and he did not satisfy her sexually. She said she found herself flirting with him at a children's Halloween party in October. I like how this person put in all caps children's as if that's a thing. He wasn't flirting with children, bro. It's just a children's party. She felt very attracted to him and admitted she was jealous of what I had, but never thought of pursuing him. Then after the party, she decided to text my husband to ask for advice about her husband and their marriage. We're all friends and we get along, and normally I'd never feel weird about her texting my husband for a man's perspective on anything. However, in this case, I believe it was her excuse to start texting him and talking about how dissatisfied she was. Uh-oh, here we go. We're laying the groundworks to knock some pissers down, right? Laying some groundworks, right? Yeah, Marfan, I'm talking about cheating, not sex in general. But yeah, you're right. She said that she said the text progressively got more and more inappropriate until they were sexting each other. She showed me parts of their text conversations. Oh God, Jesus. She's a snitch, bro. She's a snitch. Eventually, they met up in the middle of the week to have sex. She said they probably met up and had sex 20 or so times. Oh my God. She claims they talked about it and both felt an extreme sense of guilt, so they mutually ended it. Hey, well, I think they fixed it. They did good. My husband's a good-looking dude. He's a people person. He just sorts of puts himself in the public light here where we live. He's known in our community. He's out and about a lot because of that. It's not strange for women to flirt with him, and I'd say he's a flirty person, but somebody who definitely knew where to draw the line. Our sex life is great. We make time to do things together, just the two of us. We definitely laugh way more than argue. I just never thought he'd do this to me and with my supposed best friend of all people. He's away on a trip with his oldest son right now, just a weekend trip. They get back tonight in a few hours. She says she told her husband, and now because she knew he was away this weekend, and this might give her time to process it. How considerate of her to think of me now. That's nice of her. At least there's that. I feel like, okay, all my insides have been ripped out. I haven't let on that I know anything. I've just been busy most of the day when he's text. I really don't know what I'm going to do when he gets home. I'm picking them up from the airport in 4 hours. I feel like I can't move. My mind can't even process everything I've been told. I've thrown up twice over it already. I'm absolutely devastated. I'm contemplating not telling him that I know yet and just try to figure out what I'm going to do. The only problem is I don't know if I can pretend like I don't know. I don't know how I'm not going to be able to comfort him or confront him or just completely lose my shit. Damn. If you were me, what would be your next move? How would you handle things? Have a conversation. Have a conversation. Right? Because here's the motives, like Flufftastic said. The motive is the friend is trying to get them to divorce so she can then have a relationship with her husband. So she can't let her win. This was all devised by her friend. Her friend messaged him. Her friend sent him pictures of her boobies. Her friend then had sex with him. And then he broke it off. Now she's pissed. So she's getting divorced and she's trying to divorce them, get them to divorce so she can pursue the husband again or at least win the battle. Don't do it. Have a conversation, right? And I know it's very hypocritical of me to say, but it's just a little bit more devastating when a woman does it than a man. That's just how I feel about it. I know it's hypocritical as hell, but I can't change how I feel, right? I can't change how I feel. Brutal, though. Absolutely brutal. Like the show, we are 50 whole likes away from 300. Yeah. Where in the South you from? I'm hearing from something trying to get your voice. I'm in Alabama, Duke. But I'm in a different state every weekend because I race in NASCAR full time. And so this weekend we'll be in Rockingham, North Carolina. So it's only about a 6-hour trip. First time NASCAR's been there in 10 years, so you guys better watch it. You better watch it. All right. Anyways. Brutal. But on a real note from this last story, just have the conversation. Just have the conversation. Skate Tim says women sleep with who they want, men sleep with who they can. I know it's hypocritical, man, but it's just how it is. It's just how it is. We're just different beings, you know what I'm saying? We're just different beings. So it sucks to say that, but it's just how it is, man. My birthday's this Wednesday. Get me a stripper, McSteller. I have $3, McSteller. Thank you for your 16 months, McSteller. 265 or 68. No, 258 from Naked Snake. 258. Alert. 258. Men also don't leave the deposits left in them. Yeah, well, straight dudes. Oh no. Poor man's gold with some personals. My wife told me she's probably leaving last week, not for another man. That's new for me. I tell her to get the hell out, but my insurance is through her employer. Damn. What do you mean that's not new for you, poor man's gold? This happens to you often? That sucks, man. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, that sucks, dude. That sucks balls. You know? It's hard to say. There's no evidence that my ex-wife left for another man. I know she was talking to another guy. But that they never got into a relationship, and she was just living her life. Now, what I suspect is the guy tried to encourage her to leave and then kicked her to the curb right when she left. Because a lot of guys kind of have that effeminate trait where they like to break up marriages. Home wreckers, you know. It is what it is, baby. It is what it is, baby. She got on the carousel. The carousel of love. The choice to cheat is the same no matter who makes it. It's all about choice. Sure. I'm saying the reaction and perspective about why, right? So it's obviously ingrained biologically, right? So when a man has sex with a woman, especially a man that like can, you know what I'm saying? Like woo a woman, smash her, piss her in, can go home and never think about it again, right? Whereas women can have sex with almost anybody they want within reason. If a woman is like decently attractive and up, they can literally go to any man on the street and say, have sex with me in the bathroom, and they will 9 times out of 10. That's kind of the difference, right? Because it's way harder for a man to do so, right? For as a woman, it's the easiest. You could cheat right now. You could cheat with anybody you want at any point in time. Right? So doing so is almost valued way, way lower on the scale. Right? So it's very hard to like put into thoughts, but it's different. I mean, it's different, right? A man crying in public and a woman crying in public, they're different things. They're just different things. If you see a guy crying in public, like sobbing, you're kind of grossed out. And maybe you say you won't be, but subconsciously, most people are like, oh, what the fuck's that got in? But if you see a girl sobbing in public, you feel very sorry for her. These are different things, right? They're just different. Are either of them good? No. That's all. I'm not saying either of them are good things. I'm saying they're different. They're definitely different, right? And if you have a problem with it, set the boundary. But let's go back to the story about the girl, Kate, that had sex with the Max guy at his apartment, right? At any moment, that Kate girl could go to a bar and have sex with a guy. At any day of the week, at any moment, you can go to a bar and have sex with a guy. A guy can't do that. That is not an option for the guy, right? For the guy, it has to be circumstances, how charming he is, how successful he is, how hard he works, how he talked to a person, how they connect, and how they look. There's a lot of different factors there, right? It's almost like 10 times, maybe 100 times the effort. Is that okay? Obviously not. But it's to empty your balls. Because then we go a step further. Women have sex for love. Men have sex for pleasure, right? So what's the difference in a fleshlight? You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Anyways, let's continue. 258 until Naked Snake. We might not make it tonight, boys. Oh, it's only 10:20. Never mind. What's up, Steph? How you doing, baby? Don't fuck other guys pretty easy. Yeah, of course. But say it. Say it, Reese. Just say it. I know it seems trivial, but say it. You know? It seems trivial, but say it. All right. Let's continue with the next one. This one's, I was really excited when I saw this one. It says, my husband and I had a threesome with his friend, and I think it was a mistake. Oh, God, it was a male-male threesome. Oh, no. A male-male threesome? Why? Whose idea was this? You know? And Jacob Whitley says, oh, where'd you go? Says, if a man cheats, he doesn't have good... Well, that's both. Right? That's both. The issue is the man doesn't have to have self-control 99% of the time. That's the difference. A woman has to have self-control like 100% of the time because they can just have sex at any point that they want to. Right? I don't think that's really kind of included in the conversation. In my opinion. My husband, or me, 29 years old, and my husband, 34, had a threesome with his friend that's 32. This is something we've done before, but in the past, we had 2 female partners. Oh, wow. We've never had an issue until now, I guess. Wow, cool. Cool. Of course. The threesome was really good, and I won't lie, his friends and I were super into each other. This sounds terrible. Honestly, didn't think too much of it until about a week after his friend came over for drinks. We were all sitting in the living room and my husband just blurts out, "You two want to have sex without me?" What? I honestly choked on my drink when he said it. I laughed, but then I glanced at my husband and he looked completely serious. I told him I wouldn't be doing that, and he dropped the subject until his friend left. He went on to say that he thought his friend and I connected in a way that my husband and I never have, and if I found something good, I shouldn't give it up. Dude, this guy's straight up cuck. Cuck soldier. He is the cuck captain. I told him I wouldn't be sleeping with his friend ever again, and if he insisted, I'd change my mind, and that he was okay with it as long as I told him about it when I decided I wanted to see the friends again. No, absolutely not. My bro is a cuck, and he's trying to pressure a wife into doing that? No, thank you. Oh, God, that sucks. Last week, his friend texted me asking if I'd like to hang out, just the two of us, and I declined. His friend said he was definitely interested in keeping a friends with benefits type relationship with me if I was open to it, and I said I wasn't. He's been texting me daily, and I've barely been responding. Ugh. He wants out of that marriage. I don't think so, Steph. I think he just wants to be a cuck. I'll tell you a story in a second about this. I'm beside myself. The sex with his friend was definitely good. He said and did things my husband would never say or do, and I was able to finish like 3 times with him alone. Ugh, I guess your husband deserves to get shamed anyway. I'll admit that if I wasn't married, I would already slept with him again, but I am married and it feels wrong to do this, even though my husband says he's fine with it. Update. My husband and I spoke about it for a long time last night, and he admitted to feeling insecure and that he didn't enjoy how much I enjoy being with his friends, and we decided the best thing to do right now is to go no contact with a friend and focus on our sex life for the unforeseeable future. It would be foreseeable future, man. Thanks to everyone who came in with legit advice. He felt insecure. Okay. Oh, yeah, I feel so insecure that you should just keep having sex with other guys. He weaseled his way out of that one for sure. He was a cuck. He was just a cuck. That's all he was doing. 100% cuck. 100% cuck. But I have a story kind of about this, right? I've talked to somebody in the past about this, and they told me that the most pleasure they ever got was watching their wife get banged by like another guy. And I immediately was like, what the fuck? And they claimed that it was maturing. They had matured sexually. And I'm like, are you high? What does maturing have to do with watching your wife get banged? I was like, what the fuck, dude? Donna Egbert, communication is key and the foundation it takes both to make marriages work. That's for damn sure, Donna. I love you and I appreciate you. A gold boy on the dock getting us 248 from Naked Snake. We're officially halfway there, Donna. Thank you, baby. I love you. Donna Egbert coming in strong. Yeah. Communication is key, Donna. I agree with you. So I alluded to something at the beginning of the show that I kind of want to cover. So let me move my leg. Let me move my leg around. So, in the last couple of months, I've been traveling a lot, and this pertains to our conversation mode. So I've been traveling a lot these couple of months, and when you travel, once during the weekend, during a travel, you'll have a few drinks, and you'll always be drinking with new people. Okay, and sometimes it's different ages. Like it's a 35-year-old man and woman, or it's a 25-year-old man and woman, and they're always, a lot of the time, the wife or husband, they're together at the same place drinking. Or they're not, right? And these it doesn't really have any bearing on what I'm talking about. But I've talked to all these people, and we always get on the subject matter of relationships. That's how this always works. And I've talked to so many people. And without exception, I actually cannot come up with a single exception or example in my mind to thwart what I am about to say. I have talked and hung out with dozens of people and, had a few drinks, and they've opened up about their relationship, whether it's a man or a woman, and they're with their partner at the same time drinking, or they're not. Tons of times it's been just the girl or just the guy. And they've opened up about their relationship. And it's staggering. Without exception, every single person I've talked to who is married, I think 99% of the time they're married. Because they're, usually 25 to 35. So they're usually married. without exception, every single person told me they do not have sex in their relationship. Every single person I have talked to in the last year, probably, while traveling to different states for whatever reason, drinking and talking to couples or a woman or a man, every single one, without exception, says they do not have sex in their relationship, their marriage. They don't have sex anymore, or haven't in years, or do it very rarely. And that is the craziest shit I have ever heard. And I know it's anecdotal, but keep in mind that I've traveled, it's different. I go different places, different people across the board. People from fucking Canada, people from Mexico, people from across the pond. Without exception, every single one of them, they do not have sex in their marriage. And people are confused as to why people are unfaithful. Right? So that's fucking crazy. That is the craziest revelation I've ever had. And it's terrifying, to be completely fair, completely terrifying to hear. Because I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. I have to dump my load like almost daily with my girl. I'm not that guy. And if I was in a position where I was married and we went a month and a half, let's say we went a month and a half without having sex, we're having a conversation. Right? And depending on how that conversation goes, we're going to continue our relationship or we're not. Because that is just a pillar of a relationship. And every one of these people, you know, not all of them, but a lot of them, they just say that sex is an important part of their relationship. And I'm like, okay. So you're all just celibate now. Everybody's just celibate. We're all just monks. And the twist to the story is none of them are celibate. So take that as you will. Take that as you will. Duke, dude, many such cases, Duke. Many such cases. What's up, Macho Man? When's the last time I had a glass of orange juice? Oh, God, I don't know. A long time. A long time, my friend. A very long time. 30 locks till 300, boys. It is crazy. And it's something that I hope I never have to encounter. It's something I never, ever want to encounter. Flightless says not having sex in a relationship is weird. Why are you married then? That's what I'm saying. Why? Well, they claim that sex isn't important to them or to their like husband or maybe. And I'm like, it is. They're just afraid to tell you otherwise. It is. Oh, we don't think sex is important. No, you don't. Your husband does. He's just telling you that because he loves you and he doesn't want you to leave or freak out. I'll tell you right away, immediately, it is very important to me in a relationship. It's very important. And I'm obviously barring any medical disorders. Obviously. If you can't, or there's some issues there, that's different. I'm talking about two healthy people that just don't have sex, but they're like married. What are you doing? What's happening here? Are you both celibate? And if you say no, when's the last time you had sex? And who was it with? Because it's not with your husband or your wife. That's for damn sure. And it's funny because they probably secretly cheat on each other all the time. And that's the funny part about all this. If you put two and two together, like they're just cheating on each other and like neither of them know about it, but they also don't have sex with each other and they know that they aren't celibate, but they haven't put two and two together. They both have side bitches, like both of them at the same time. It's the funniest shit in the world. Ryan Woolridge says, "Hey, Camelot, have you talked to Tiny lately?" Not in a few weeks, no. I do talk to her, but not. It's been a few weeks now. She actually went to jail, Duke. Oh my god. Oh my god, Duke. Oh my god. All right. Anyways, let's continue. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. All right. Oh Jesus, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where's my page at? There it is. All right. All right, give me 2 seconds, boys. Oh, my back hurts, boys. I knew someone who got jealous about the side chick her partner was trying to keep. She hired an assassin and got caught in a honeypot. What the fuck is wrong with people? David Kelly, what's up, man? Oh, that's sad. Interesting. All right, next one. Next one. Camelot, can you please tell me more of your GameStop story? More GameStop stories, just more in general. Ryan, how you doing, buddy? I have some coming up in this stream. Thank you, man. I love you, dude. Appreciate you. We are 2 red boys and a orange and a gold boy from a naked snake night. The streak is up to 443. 443 naked snakes in a row, boys. We're 250 away. 250 away, boys. Let's go. Let's go. I'm going to close my Ottawa with a guitar picture. I still got the Ottawa guitar pulled up, boys. Why? I don't know. Maybe I just like it. Maybe I just enjoy it. All right. Beep, 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 beep. Who's that? All right. Let's continue. Thank you, Jay-Z. I'm glad you're here, buddy. I miss the gross retail stories. I need to get back on the ball, man. Need to get back on the ball. Maybe I'm already a nigga snake. What's up, Full of Gold? How you doing, man? How many GameStop stores have closed this year around Woolridge? Over 700. Over 700. Let's see. Next one. All right. Next one on the dock today, boys. Is this? Am I not sharing that? I guess I'm not sharing it. Let's share it. Damn, boy. Damn, boy. All right. Okay. It says, I posted last summer about struggles with my husband of 5 years, our longest dry spell being 9 months. 9 months. I felt unattractive and undesirable and wanted to have sex more often, but he was happy to never have sex again. I wanted to feel like a sex goddess again. How old are them? How old are they? Oh, well, they're not that old. Shit. Reddit advised me of all kinds of things, from checking his testosterone to therapy, and even that, there was no hope. If I wanted to feel like a goddess again, I'd have to leave him. Damn, son. Well, I feel like a goddess again, everyone. Let's see. Okay. Let's do this instead. All right, here we go. Because that was the update. That was the update. We need to talk about the old update. The old date. Cooper, what's up, dude? Hell yeah, dude. What's up? Tag team time. It says, I feel unattractive to my husband of 5 years. I've been happily married to my husband for 5 years. We have 3 kids together. We've made a huge family and help each other's dreams come true, both life goals and careers. We lead a generally charmed life, but like all relationships, nothing is completely perfect. We have different love languages, words of affirmation, mine, and acts of service, his. You know what? I'm immediately suspect. If your love language isn't touch. Like, I'm sorry. It's just how I am. I'm immediately suspect to that. Like, how can it not be? For the most part, we overcome this by making an extra effort to speak each other's love language. I do some of his chores during the week. He occasionally pays me a compliment, maybe 3 times a week. However, the trouble started after we had our third child. We hadn't had sex for 9 months, and when I brought it up, he was shocked. He could hardly believe it's been that long. But when he looked back, he could see it was true. We had sex once after that conversation, then nothing again for a few months. Damn. After 6 months, I started to feel really down about the way I looked. I hadn't lost all my pregnancy weight. I felt fat and flabby and saggy. I tried to mask over this insecurity by just ignoring it for a while, as I'm generally bubbly and confident, but lack of sex made me seriously doubt whether my husband was still even into me. And I got to be honest, unless you like looked like an absolute goblin, I don't think that's a real thing. Right? Unless they resent or detest you for different reasons. Like if you like reasonably look the same, like reasonably, that's not a thing, right? In my opinion. All of this complicated by the fact that I can't be the one to initiate sex, as this can turn him off. What? And what? Okay, whatever. And I also didn't want to pressure him into sex, so I would just, for the most part, try to make myself as attractive as possible and then wait for him to notice. Yeah, okay, well, you're already doomed, bro. If your strategy is to just wait, if your strategy is to wait around, you're fucked. Be proactive, but it may turn him off. Yeah, he just told you that to avoid having sex with you. Sorry. Come on now. It all came to a head one night when I burst into tears and confessed all my struggles. He was very sympathetic and also worried because, of course, he wants me to be happy. He explained that he just has a low libido, nothing to do with me, and that's, as far as he's concerned, he'd happily never have sex again in his life. God, Jesus. God, Jesus. Not that he didn't enjoy it or anything, but he could live without sex, no problem. He realized as a result of this conversation that I didn't feel the same way, and he'd make an effort to initiate more. Yeah, well, in my opinion, he has a side bitch. But I'll just put that out there. Since then, things have improved a lot. We have sex 1 to 2 times a month now, and we both enjoy it tremendously. Damn, 1 or 2 times a month. You're basically beating every other marriage out there. And I'm not actually making a joke. If you were here a minute ago when I was talking about that other thing. But I still feel like I want more sex, and I still feel unattractive. Past partners couldn't get enough of me. They were always telling me how sexy I was. Kissed me every day. Looked at me the way I wanted. I've always been treated like a sex goddess. He rarely looks at me. Okay, let me scroll up. My husband of 5 years. You're 34. Husband of 5 years. Has low libido. That means she was 29 when they got married. Past partners, mid-20s. Yeah, the reason why the past partners couldn't get enough of her is because she was 25. Just putting that out there. Look, we're speaking in the realm of reality, okay? That's just how it is. I am only 34. I feel too young to be shelved like this. Well, 34 is about right. It's about right. It's about right there. Frankly, I don't know if I'll ever want to be shelved, but I'm definitely not in my 30s. I'm frustrated that I can't talk myself out of feeling this way no matter how much I try. I'm happily married. I'm happily off the market. I shouldn't care whether or not I'm attractive. It should be enough to know that my husband finds me attractive, even though he never says so and only has sex once or twice a month. Now, to be fair, her situation has improved like 1,000%. But still, this should be enough, and it's already 10 times more than we had before. Hey, but I can't stop my feelings. And just like a woman, she just needs more. I miss sex. I hate what I see in the mirror every day, and I never used to be like that, and I want to feel like a goddess again. Any advice, any way to make myself feel better? I'll tell you one thing. Sitting around saying, I don't find myself attractive, and I want him to find me attractive. I don't know what to do. Any advice? Probably go to the gym and like start really going hard. Start dieting and exercising and going fucking hard. I don't know what to do. How do I make myself more attractive? Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Look, the guy's obviously not in the right here. He obviously has an issue. Probably should get on some testosterone or something. Probably doesn't find her attractive. I mean, there's a lot of variables here. But also, on her end, what the hell do you don't know what to do? What the hell do you mean you don't know what to do? If you feel unattractive and you maybe think you're unattractive, you get into better shape and then you be more attractive. I don't understand how this is a problem. Like dudes will sit there at 300 pounds and be like, I feel so ugly. but they don't know what to do. Go to the gym, you dumb bastard. What do you mean? What do you mean? Speaking of going down, she should try that. Hey, but apparently he doesn't like when she initiates. Yeah, that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit right there. That's for sure. That's for sure. 3 kids in 5 years a lot, girl. That's what I'm saying. Thank you, Elephant. I appreciate you. 248 until Naked Snake. 248 until Naked Snake. We got about an hour left, though. We got plenty of time to get the Naked Snake goal in. We're 15 likes from 300, though. What's up? Hot diggity damn. Elephant's going hard today. I vote they go to the gym together and spot each other. Yeah, sure. Sure. 100%. 100%. Thank you, Elephant. I appreciate you. Mick Stellar, you're 100% right. People don't want to be proactive. They want an easy answer. And what's a good example of that, Mick? Ozempic. Remember Ozempic? You remember about 5 years ago, every single obese celebrity was talking about how they're happy and healthy being big, and they don't need to lose weight because they're happy at their weight and they love themselves and they're being body positive. And then suddenly Ozempic became popularized. Suddenly every fat celebrity was on Ozempic. And now suddenly they're all proud of their weight loss journey and no longer care about body positivity. Damn, it's because they needed the magic pill and they got one. It was never about actually being happy. It was about no accountability. The squid! Haven't lost baby weight equals gained 150 pounds. Oh, no. Oh, no. Thank you, Squid. Squid joins the super chat crew today. I appreciate you, buddy. We're officially over halfway to Naked Snake. All right. Next. The magic injection. They just wanted the magic injection, and they got it. And now suddenly, they don't care anymore. Oh, I'm totally happy now. Where the hell is that at? Oh, okay, whatever. Yeah, whatever. They all look so creepy, though. Who looks creepy? Shizzy Wizzy Nut says, incoming grade. Oh, my gosh, it's my man, Shizzy. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well, buddy. We love you. We appreciate you, dude. He's always raiding me. He's the only guy that raids me. And he's so good. He's such a good dude. Thank you, man. I can't even get Cecil or Gunn to raid me. They hate my ass. Oh, Jesus. Let's see. Let's see. What the hell? Where's the original post? Oh, here's the original post. All right, here's another one, boys. We're going to jump right into it. Do you ever give away tickets to your races, Duke? Yeah, of course. If you want to go to one, let me know. DM me, buddy. You can come hang out in the garage. We'll party, dude. Okay. Learn to raid, then raid me. And also on YouTube. I told Cecil to learn to raid, then raid me, and also on YouTube. Get it? Like raid my ass. Get it? Get it? Okay. Anyways, what time is the race on Friday? 5 p.m. Eastern, I think. They'd raid them drawers, Donna. 8 locks to 300, boys. Halfway to Naked Snake. We are hitting all the goals today. We're almost there. The snake is almost here. We need our Canadian boys today. Where are our Canadian boys to save us? We need our Canadian boys to save us from the oppression. All right. Here's another one that's on the same topic, boys. Shizzy Wizzy raid incoming. Raid these nuts. The Shizzy Wizzy boys have joined the show. Hello, friends. Subscribe if you have not. Upvote the stream if you have not, in honor of our boy Shizzy Wizzy. We're talking about divorce. We're talking about some contemporary news. We're talking about a lot of things, and we've had a great show doing so. New video tomorrow, and we race at Rockingham in the NASCAR Truck Series Friday. Don't miss it on Fox, 5 p.m. Eastern. All right. Thank you, Shizzy. Thank you, Shizzy. Shizzy Wizzy, boys. Shizzy Wizzy. All right. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome. All right. Make sure you like the show. Let's continue with the next one. All right. It says, before I go into this, I want to stress that I know something is definitely wrong with my relationship, and I have no idea how to approach it. And the weird thing is, every time I go through one of these tonight, it seems like the advice is obvious, but no one knows how to approach it. Very interesting to me. What's up, G Cone? Papa Nut Raid? The Papa Nut Shizzy Wizzy boys has arrived to the show. They're liking the stream. They're slinging the likes. Get on it, diggity dog. Got it. Says, my husband and I started dating 6 years ago, and we were married the last 3 years. We had a very active sex life when we were first dating. We had some weekends where we were basically lying in the bed 3 times a day, boys. About a year and a half into the relationship, he asked to move in together, and we got engaged shortly after. All is well. What's up, Angel? Kathy Gates? Once we were engaged, our sex life screeched to an immediate halt. I kept bringing it up, and he would say he thinks it's because we've both moved from drafty houses to a high-end apartment, that we'd be snuggled all the time for warmth, which would lead to sexy times. Any of you that call sex sexy times, I immediately want you arrested. I want you arrested. Any of you that call sex segs, S-E-G-G, segs, or sexy times, you need to be arrested. Stop talking baby talk. You're fucking in your 40s. Jesus. Yeah, you know, when we have our sexy time. Bitch, you are 38. It's coitus. Sick of these bitches. Fucking sex. No! Smegs, no! Fluffmaster, how could you?
Smegs.
No! Oh my God. Oh, Jesus, help. Somebody send an ambulance. Copulation. Intercourse, baby. All right, come on now. Don't act like you don't know. Fucking sexy time. I'll show you sexy time, Sonia. What's up, baby? But I noticed if I tried to sext or make flirty comments, he'd change the subject pretty quickly. I chalked things up to wedding nerves, and we got married. He's a man. He's a man. Okay. We had a 3-week honeymoon in the Caribbean where we did nothing but lounge around with each other pretty much. Even though I tried to initiate a few times, we didn't have sex at all. All right, here you go. First things first, there's an issue. First things first, there's an issue. If a girl walks by me with a thong on that's in my house, I'm like, it's time. It's time, baby. If I see your left ass cheek, my balls hurt. You mean we're going to the Caribbean and I'm not dumping a load? Bullshit. There's an issue. Here's the tissue. What's up, Fenrix? Gay. All right, Emmanuel, come on. Oh my God, Brand Montana. Oh my God. Oh my God. Make sure you guys like the stream, by the way. And we're 240 away from Naked Snake. Nick Bracci says, how you not going to do it during the honeymoon? That's what I'm saying. You got the beautiful Korean behind you. I mean, the Caribbean. You got a Korean in your room watching. Sexy as hell. When we got back, I threw on some sexy lingerie and tried to surprise him when he came home. He burst out laughing. Oh, fuck. That sucks. Oh, I feel bad for this girl. He laughs. Ooh. That's like if I tell her I love her, what's the worst thing she could say? No, she could burst out laughing. Oh. By the way, I don't know about you, but I don't care about lingerie at all. Just be in some tight ass panties with an extra large t-shirt on. And my balls are ready to procreate. Children are incoming. Extra large shirt and some undies, bro. If it's a shirt based on an old horror movie, like fucking Friday the 13th, extra large shirt, with Freddy Krueger on it and your cute little ass cheeks. Oh, bro. We're going to have twins. Went a little too hard last night from B-Day. So I'm turn. What? Sonia, happy birthday. And by the way, how could you? I love you. Happy birthday. I wish I would have talked to you. I was driving all night. I apologize. I didn't get home till like 1 a.m. last night. Ashley! What's up, baby? We have so much in common. Dude, you already know, bro. You already know, dude. All right, let's go. So he laughed at the lingerie, which is a no-no. Okay. At that point, I flipped out and pointed out that something is obviously wrong and that this is too soon in a marriage for something like this to happen. He said that the wedding was really stressful for him and he needed time to unwind. What? Dumping a load on your wife's beautiful face is unwinding. What do you mean unwinding? You need to build a fucking little ship in a bottle? No. Unwinding is spreading her cheeks and going to town like it's a buffet. That's unwinding. Turn on some Lord of the Rings, right? Wait for the scene where Pip says he's afraid to die. And Gandalf says it's like pulling the curtain back and there's endless white and seashores. That's what eating ass is like. That's what Gandalf was talking about. That's what he was telling fucking Pip about, was eating ass. And Pip's like, oh, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. And Gandalf's like, no, it is not. No. What do you mean unwind? I'm trying to unwind on your ass. How could this man? After this, continuing the same way. Oh, wait, hold on. Actually, I skipped a part. At this point, one of my friends mentioned something seemed different about my husband. None of them are in the loop. He's probably gay. Wasn't the actor who played Gandalf gay? Yes. Yes, he is. Oh, I forget his name now. Not Patrick Stewart, the other one. Liam, no. Fuck. Anyway, you guys know. You guys know who it is. After this was continuing the same way, I brought it up again. He said that the truth is he feels trapped in the apartment with me. What? Ian McKellen, thank you. We both went from living in houses to living in a one-bedroom together. That seemed fair enough. And we bought a house together. Oh, no. So they did the whole get married before like really like moving in and like getting used to each other. Yeah, that's the number one rule. If you plan on getting married, move in with somebody and live a couple of years. Royal Wee says, personal question, but what do you rate your ex-wife out of 10, knowing that you know now and being with people you've been with? Oh, I don't know, man. Shit, I don't know. Like a 7? I don't know. Hard to say. My ex-wife was like personality, like 10 out of 10 by a mile. And she was also an attractive girl. I don't know, man. It's hard to say. I was young, man. I don't really remember a lot, you know? So it's hard to say. Thank you, Royal Wee. Yeah, I agree, Ashley. I'm right there with you. I'm 100% with you there. 240 until Nugget Snake, boys. Will we make it? Will we make it? So he claims that they moved in together too soon, I guess. This did not change our situation in terms of the bedroom. But since we keep money separate, I have student loans and houses are expensive. I picked up a second job bartending 3 nights a week to make sure I wasn't stretching money too thin. Then the excuse became, you're never home. What? Oh, come on, dude. He started getting angry and angry about me never being home, even when I pointed out all the time I was actually at home. I went out with friends less frequently to make sure I was around and available, but all that did was kill my social life and not boost our relationship. Yeah, there's something very wrong with this guy. And like somebody has said in the chat, this is one side of the story. I think there is an update, though. Are they married? That's what I'm saying. Then it started getting worse. I would get home from my bartending shift and he'd start yelling at me, usually starting with, you're never home. But it was pretty erratic. He switched subjects about things he's angry about very quickly. But he also would say some really hurtful things, such as, I'm not attracted to you. If you want to have sex, go fuck someone else. I kind of fell into marrying you. It was the path we were already on, and I felt like I couldn't do anything to stop it. You have the personality of a 5-year-old. Damn. What adult tears up at a puppy, etc.? Okay, look. If all these things are true, this guy's a shitbag. And why is she still with him? Right? Keep in mind, when people tell stories that are one-sided, they're pretty exaggeratory. Because that seems a little wild. Like, if anybody said that shit to me, I'd be like, okay, fuck off. Give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Let me be clear. I did not want to live with somebody else uninterested in me. But whenever I bring up the next day, he acts like he exaggerated the fight and what he said and says, of course, those things aren't true and that he loved me very much. If I told him I thought he didn't love me in a romantic way, it usually brought him to tears. Interesting. Sounds like, you know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like both of them don't want to be together, but they're too afraid to tell the other one. Which is a lot of relationships, to be fair. And just a side note that I've been in shape since the start of a relationship, and this hasn't changed. I didn't know whether or not to believe him. In my experience, people tend to accidentally say what they really mean when angry. True. So I took these things to heart and became really, really sad. I randomly burst into tears throughout the day, but whenever I brought up how I felt, he insisted I had to trust what he said about being interested in me, attracted to me, and wanting to be married to me. But you guys never have sex, so obviously none of that's true. I ended up seeing a counselor for a bunch of sessions. She helped me feel attractive again, like I deserve to be treated well, and that my expectations of someone I'm pretty recently married to aren't unreasonable at all, which made me feel more empowered to take action, which tends to be what counselors will do. They will lead you on the path of divorce almost immediately every time. That's kind of what they do, especially if you see a counselor alone. If you do not go to a couples counselor, a single counselor will tell you to leave almost every time. So just letting you know. I started recording him yelling at me. I collected a few and then played them for him during the day. He actually looked genuinely shocked. He said it seemed like he was saying things just to hurt me and that he didn't mean anything he said. But he also didn't remember saying them. Okay, fuck off. I don't remember, bro. Yeah, like you black out. He said he was committed to fixing this for the future, and he started counseling. Uh-oh. So then he took me out on a super date of sorts, nothing fancy, but all things I like to do, and it was really fun and exciting. All of a sudden at the bar, he went from smiling to angry in a matter of seconds. He snapped at me about something. I insisted we go home, and he spent the rest of the evening yelling at me. Interesting. The next day, I said I thought we needed a divorce. He begged me to try couples counseling instead. I told him that whatever was happening was an issue he was having and that he needed to figure it out before I'd even be interested in counseling. I drove over to the bar. I worked out for a few hours, not working, just needed to get out, and told a person I don't know very well what was going on, and she suggested that he had an adverse reaction to alcohol. Man, I feel like all these people are dumb as hell. Like, everybody in the story just seems real dumb. Just going to be honest. When I came back, my husband presented the same theory about himself. He said he thinks that he has a really adverse reaction to alcohol and shouldn't drink anymore. I didn't really think he'd stop, but he stopped cold turkey and hasn't since. This all sounds like excuses. You know? Fast forward to now, and our sex life hasn't changed, and he's almost euphoric about not drinking alcohol anymore. He's cheerful and very kind to me, but nothing's changed about our sex life. If I brought up couples counseling, and he said he didn't think we needed it because of how much better he's doing now that he isn't drinking, except they don't have sex. I don't want to ruin his recovery by pushing hard on the fact that things are not good, but he insists that he's still attracted to me and loves me. I don't know if I should trust him when he says that, and I feel stupid even thinking that maybe I should trust that he actually feels that way. Dude, if he's not having sex with you, nothing has changed, bro. Oh, I feel so much better. Okay, why are you having sex with me? I don't know. Fuck it. I don't know, or I do know he feels affectionate towards me, but we generally feel like roommates who are best friends, and that's probably why I put up with all this, because when it comes down to it, we get along really, really well. I just don't know what my next steps should be, or if I should even feel anything about this. Sometimes I think if everything's fine, why is sex so important? Oh, when you start asking yourself that, or telling yourself sex isn't important, you've already lost. But it is to me. Plus, I feel like he might be hiding all these feelings about me. Then again, he seems so genuinely shocked by hearing himself say all these mean things about me. Could there be something else going on with him? I love how it's always like, well, he seems cool. Okay. Update. After reading all the comments, I'm going to give him an ultimatum. I'm going to tell him that there's definitely something wrong and that he has to go get hormones checked or see a psychiatrist. After that, we're going to couples counseling to talk about the things he has said about me. And then we explore about moving forward to divorce. 100%. Is that it? Wait. Okay, here it is. This is the update post, I think. Yep. So we have an update. So let's see what happened after the drama. Let's see what happened. Make sure you like the show. We're closing in on 400 likes. We're 240 away from Naked Snake for the 443rd stream in a row. 443. Don't miss out. Thank you, Billy. And thank you, Billy Hatcher and Chris Olin for your pink and the red boys getting us started. I appreciate you guys. All right. Anyways, get them likes in, boys. Let's see what the update has to say about this story here. This has been a really fun stream. I enjoyed this. I wanted to dive into this stuff really badly. I'm glad we did. Let's see. They tear each other down to make themselves feel better. That's what you do, man. That's what you do. I love how me and Shani have 1,000 Snapchat streak. Oh. All right, boys. Same, Jacob Whitley, same. All right, boys, let's continue. You should do one of Zia's Friday Night and Qualified Expert streams whenever you have a weekend off. I've done them before, but I love Zia. I'm all about it. I don't have a weekend off for the next month and a half, though, unfortunately. That's life, though, yeah. Why'd she marry him then if the sex life was suffering before the marriage and it's never going to get better? Because people always think that they have to do something drastic and increase, level up their relationship to fix things. I had a friend tell me that he thought getting engaged to his girlfriend would make their relationship better because they hated each other. And then they got married. And he was like, yeah, I thought if we got married, things would get better. And I'm like, are you brain dead? And then they were talking about having children to make the relationship better. I'm like, God, this is you're making the worst possible mistakes. It's insane. It's insanity. Billy Hatcher says, for the Naked Snake, we got to keep it going, guys. 230 away. Thank you, Billy, for the goal, boy. I love you, dude. Appreciate you. The super chats are starting to roll in with Billy coming in strong. Love you, dude. I appreciate you. The Naked Snake Street still on the table. Get it in old. Thank you, Billy. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you, man. All right. All right, here's the update from the previous story. All right. It says, through interacting with the comments, I came up with an ultimatum I would give my husband. He needed to get his medical stuff tested. He sees someone psychologically, couples counseling. I decided ahead of time that he'd have to do the legwork for this already. I had already done so much legwork for this relationship, and I wanted to make sure I didn't hold his hand through this either. He took it surprisingly well for the conversation. There were tears on both sides, but he agreed that, yes, he'd be willing to do these things for the sake of the relationship. I have to be honest. If your wife comes to you and she's kind of hot, let's just assume she's hot. If your wife comes to you and it's like, we never have sex, you won't have sex with me. I'm literally a female that's attractive. You will not have sex with me. You need to fix this. And his first thing he does is start crying. That's probably why he's not having sex with you. Because he's a big old fat bitch. I started crying when she said I didn't have sex with her, so I just started crying. I don't have sex with you. What the fuck? What is wrong with you, man? Days passed and a week passed. I finally brought it up again, and it caused a minor fight where he told me he needed to do this sort of stuff on his own time. A few more weeks passed. I realized they did not care enough to do something about this. It was a hard thing to realize, but it was clear as day. Uh-oh. Oh, my God. You don't mind if I lurk, Melody Couture? I do not mind. I headed over to a friend's house to talk things out, clear my head, and come up with a plan for divorce. I drove home, and a few minutes before I arrived, he got a phone call that his sister was in a coma and dying. I booked him tickets to go see her, and she passed away a few hours after he saw her. Of course. What are the odds? What are the odds that a devastating trauma timing like this would happen? I mean, it sucks, but like, what are the odds that this would be the thing that saves him? She left behind 2 teenage girls who are now partially our responsibility. I pushed my pain down and decided to be the best aunt I can. I also got myself a dog. I worked really hard at this and felt like my husband and I were getting closer in the process. More recently, I started realizing that everything we were doing for the girls was initiated through me, not him. So I started paying more attention. He was getting annoyed at me for making a big deal over surprise care packages their school suggested we send into other things. I was starting to resent that he wasn't caring for his nieces. Now, look, before I go any further, every single step of the way, she's like, he's doing this wrong and this wrong and this wrong. There is probably more to this story we're not getting. There's probably more to this story. Because every single step of the way, it's like he's bad, he's just bad, he's bad, and I'm staying with him, and he's just bad and bad and bad. And I'm like, probably a little more going on here, the way she's telling the story. Speaking of more going on, the legend himself has returned from the ashes to drop a $200 super chat. Eric Lineker. Oh my God. Eric Lineker says, why are middle-aged women so horny? Why? I get divorced and I'm drowning in the poos. Is that normal? Yes. What? Now, look, I wouldn't say middle-aged, but when I got a divorce, I was 27 when it went through. I was 26 when I separated, 27 when I got a divorce. And I was hooking up with girls every single day. And I put in almost no effort. Now, granted, I had Tinder, but I put in like no effort. So, yeah, that's very normal. Very, very normal. Because usually, and I'm not speaking for everybody, but usually when you're in a relationship for a long time, you become a little bit more, I think, emotionally mature, and you become way more comfortable around women, and you kind of get over the bullshit and you start to be yourself more. And I think that leads you into being successful with more women because they're seeing a person that is just being themselves. Maybe, right? A little bit more emotionally mature, and they're more themselves and genuine. You know, that's what I think. Eric Lineker, everybody, gets us $30 from Naked Snake. Can you feel it? 38 to be exact. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? I just show him the cock, Eric. You crazy bastard. You crazy bastard, boy. Oh, my God. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, buddy. Eric Lineker, everybody. $200 super chat. Biggest one I've had in a hot minute. And that's not true because last stream, I think Kristen McGough did 2,000 Norwegian krones, which is the same about. Thank you. I appreciate you, buddy. You just made it possible for Fight Milk to happen. We're starting to fall a little bit too far behind. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, Eric Lineker. I love you, dude. I appreciate that, man. He's the GOAT, dude. He's really the GOAT, man. All right, let's continue with this story. I love you, Eric. Everybody give Eric some love, please, because that dude just went hard. He went really hard for your boy tonight. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Eric Lineker, the man, keeping it real. I appreciate you, man. That helps me out a lot. I took off Saturday, and I'm way behind, so I appreciate you, buddy. Naked Snake. Well, we're close to Naked Snake. We're already so close to Naked Snake raking. I'm talking about Fight Milk might have it now. What's up? All right. Here we go. On our youngest niece's graduation day, I asked him if he thought the other parents there would be getting flowers for their graduates and if that's something we should do. This is when he totally lost it at me. It was a string that started with him yelling about how I get too concerned about these sorts of things and ended with a rant about how I buy too many crackers when the company comes over for dinner. This started changing the lens I was looking at him through. Also, at this point, I felt like my nieces had launched into the world of their own. I got to say real quick, I know a lot of women that they'll tell stories about their significant other, and they'll claim that their significant other started yelling at them over something. They just started yelling and freaking out. And then you talk to the other person and you find out, like you talk to them together and you find out that actually he didn't. No one yelled. It was just like a conversation. Like it was literally a normal conversation. And the guy's like, I didn't yell at you. I was just talking. And they're like, yeah, but you had like a nasty tone. And they're like, no, I didn't. And they're like, yeah, but still. So I don't know if I believe that. Like women will always be like, he just started yelling. And then you can ask their boyfriend, like right in front of them, did you yell? And they're like, no. And then the girl will be like, well, I mean, he didn't technically yell. But I'm like, oh, you fuck you, bitch. Lisa Kenyon with an orange boy. This is Billy Hatcher says you need an orange boy. So here you go. I can't top Eric, so I'm not going to try. Lisa Kenyon puts us 18 away. Thank you, Lisa. I love you. I appreciate you. And thank you for sticking with me, even though I know you disagree with everything I say. You still stay with me, and I love you. I appreciate you. Little dog. Thank you so much. I love you. Lisa Kenyon, everybody. Thank you, baby. Lisa Kenyon. And Rake and Knight, my boy. Naked Snake streak has been achieved thanks to Eric, Lisa, Billy Hatcher, Rake and Knight, Chris Olin, and a bunch of other people. I love you and I appreciate you guys. Rake, I love you, man. I wish I could see you soon. I miss my boy. I miss my boy now. I miss my boy. You just don't understand how much I miss my boy. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, man. We appreciate you, baby. Rake and Knight, everybody. The man, the myth, the legend. Thank you, buddy. Oh my God, it's saved. Right at the end of the stream. We ain't even at the end of the stream. Dudes do that shit just as much. I don't know. I've never heard a guy. I have a lot of guy friends and not as many female friends, but almost as many. I've never heard them say that they get yelled at. I've heard all the girls say that though. Every damn one of them. He brutally yelled at me. I'm like, what? He did, and they're like, no. But yeah, you're probably it depends. It's anecdotal. It depends on who you're around. Thank you, Reagan. I love you. Reagan, Lisa, Eric Lenegar. Thank you guys. All right. I love how Helena's dropping a damn jack off hippo. My God. Thank you, Helena. We love you, Helena. Helena. All right. Yeah, dude. I agree, Reagan. Drink every day. All right. Here we go. I started re-seeing the eye rolls when I talked, the cutting remarks about my intelligence, and the utter lack of sex. That's the kicker. Colonel Crank, Lord Financial. So I started talking to people. I started seeing a therapist. And together, we all came up with a plan to discuss everything with him. Probably ending in divorce. Started seeing a therapist. And together, oh no. So she started seeing a therapist. Oh, well, the therapist is going to tell you to divorce. If you ever go to a therapist alone in a couple, the therapist will tell you to divorce your loved one. Why? Because you're only going to present one side of the story, and you're going to be hyper biased, and you're going to make them look terrible, right? I decided we had a different view of what a relationship and marriage should be. My plan was to present that to him calmly and let him give his options and see how things go. I had a work trip, so I took time to recoup. I went on a long hike, and even though I'm not really religious, I prayed the whole damn time. So when I got home in the calmest and most even way I could, I explained the situation as I saw it and asked for his feedback. My friends and I rehearsed what would happen if he cried and begged for a chance to change or what to do, or rather where to go if he got totally angry. Oh, shit. But nothing prepared me for his reaction. He agreed with me. He said that everything felt forced to him and this wasn't a natural relationship. That he married me because of the path he was on, and since he wasn't planning on having kids, it's not like that mattered at all. In fact, he prefers being alone generally. Uh-oh. He then finished by asking if I thought we should go to couples counseling. I calmly said that given what he just said, I don't think it's an option. He immediately tried to talk next steps. Who gets what? He brought up that he could probably technically fight for alimony, but he wouldn't, and said he wouldn't fight for my dog if I don't fight for going after his separate finances. Interesting. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Let's see what happens here. I think this is the most painful in the moment reaction I could have had from him. I told him I would give him some space that night. So I drove to a friend's house and cried my eyes out. What, bitch? You've been talking about divorce. Listen, this girl's been threatening divorce every step of the way. And then he's like, finally, okay, yeah, you're right. We should probably get a divorce. And she's like, I didn't want that reaction, and starts crying. What the hell, bitch? That's what you wanted. That's what you wanted. Damn, girl. You literally, I thought you wanted this. What happened? Him not fighting is ultimately better for the long run, but it's really hard to realize your husband of 5 years never really cared for you. Oh my God. I want him to fight for me like it's a movie. Like it's a movie, and Ryan Gosling is fighting for my love. God damn, girl. This is real life. I should have listened to my gut all along. Yeah, no shit. That's what we're talking about. We had that talk last night. I'm currently sitting in a coffee shop topping this all out. I'm a relatively attractive person, and I channel my frustrations over the last few years into lifting and working out almost every day. So I'm hopeful when it comes to love in the future. Look, if you have to tell people you're relatively attractive, I don't know if I believe you, baby. I don't really know what the next step is. I might drive to my brother's. I might look for a storage facility. It's a bit overwhelming to think about. Overall, I'm grateful for this happening now, and that I won't be looking back on my life when I'm 85 years old, disappointed that I never really started. I have my life in front of me, and it's a big, scary place. But after I finish crying my eyes out, it's one step in front of the other. And thank you all for your help. Well, good. Well, it all worked out. That's what you should have had. I just don't like the whole, I would hope I was wanting for him to fight for me. And I'm like, what? My hubby says he gets yelled at, and he's right, but he yells also. So fair enough. We do all right, though, in the good end. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate you. I don't yell. I don't understand that. Like men yelling, I'll never understand the yelling thing. Unless you like fuck up real good. Like real good. Okay. Like real good. Then I don't really understand. You know what I'm saying? Beep, 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 beep. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? All right. Let's go. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate you. All right. Let's continue. 40 likes from 400. Can you feel it, boys? Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate you, baby. Joe Schmo over on Rumble says, keeping the snake alive with a purple boy. Joe Schmo. Yeah. Yeah, Joe Schmo. That's the point, dude. Joe Schmo. Look. Joe Schmo says he just liked having sex with on the weekends. That was it. Yes. Pro tip for all the men in chat. Okay. Don't make rash decisions in the infatuation stage. Now, this is also for women, but for men as well. Just because a girl has sex with you does not mean you're supposed to marry them. And what do I mean by that? I mean, like, just because you finally got to have sex with a girl doesn't mean that you are right for that person or vice versa. Sex is a small part in a huge puzzle of how relationships work. Is it important? Yes. It's equally as important as all the other things. Without it, you can't have a relationship. But also, it can't be the only thing. I have seen so many friends marry women because the woman had sex with them once. And they're like, oh, I'm in love. And I'm like, no, you just have no game. And you finally had sex with a girl. And now you're like, oh, I got to marry her. I'm in love. It's like, no, you just don't know how to have sex with other women. Like, you just suck. The squid. Wow, he agrees me on divorce. She's 100% paying off the problem, too. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Thank you. I love you, squid. I love you. Love you. MA says what's considered yelling varies from person to person. Yeah, I've seen no, I remember shit, PDH has done that to me. PDH will tell a story about how I yelled at her in like a joking way, and I'm like, I didn't yell at all. Like I didn't even remotely raise my voice. And she's like, yeah, I will. I'm like, what? Don't just say that. Don't tell people that I get mad and yell when I have never done that ever. Don't do that, because people hear that and think, oh, that guy's fucking crazy. He's mad. He gets mad. So, oh no, I was just telling a story and it was a funny story. It's like, no, you don't tell random people that your dude gets angry and yells in a joking context, because they're going to hear, oh, guy gets angry and yells. That's ridiculous. Don't do that. Squid. All right. Let's make music together. Let's make sweet harmony. Oh, let's make music together, baby. 40 likes from 400. Can we hit it? Can we feel it? Can we hit it? All right. We're going to talk a little bit about some GameStop stuff for fun, because GameStop announced their Switch pre-orders, and it's not going well, man. It's not going well. Let me close some of these. There's just too many damn windows. I'm freaking confused. I'm confused. Get out of here. Get out of here. Stop asking me that, you bastard. Oh, yeah, that's what I want to do. All right. Let's see what this was. All right. It's 1,000% worse for a guy. I'm MA. I come from a loud and animated family, and I have to work on not taking it personal when somebody says I'm yelling, because people think I'm angry when I'm just into what I'm talking about. Yeah. What's up, Travel from the Lou? What's up, Travel from the Lou? All right. All right. What's up, Peachy Peaches? How you doing, baby? How you doing, baby? Big shout out to Eric Leniger for the giant $200 super chat. That's the biggest one we've had for a while, so appreciate it. I love you. I appreciate you. That's a big one. It's a big one, man. All right. A little bit of GameStop news for fun. The GameStop news has been crazy lately. Like, it's been crazy as hell lately. The Switch 2 has been officially announced, and everybody's freaking the hell out about it. I even saw that they added a little webcam for it, which definitely isn't going to create any issues in the online space for children. I'm pretty sure it'll be totally fine. But the GameStop situation with the Switch 2 at stores is crazy as absolute hell. You can't even pre-order it. Why? I don't know. But we're going to jump into it, and it's going to blow your damn mind. You're going to have nothing left in your head, just like Cobain. Make sure it's fucked up. I'm sorry. I regret it. Make sure you like this and share it with your boys and comment down below. Let's go ahead and jump into this so you see what the hell I'm talking about. But first, let's get a vibe for the GameStop ways right now, because it's getting pretty damn spicy in these stores. Where am I? It's Trump's fault. Oh, it's going to happen. This first story says, promoted to customer with gas on the rise again. I decided to crunch the numbers on my actual pay as a key holder, as gas is expensive, $5.75 an hour. I don't like Pokemon cards enough to justify that amount. After a store closure, 3 managers, and rise in micromanaging, I'm taking off. It's been real, y'all. I hope hell freezes over and you all get treated like saints, or you'll find your way out to bigger and better things. And that's actually interesting, because gas is like super cheap where I am. So they must be in the Cali. Cali's pretty wild. I know I was out west recently and gas was through the damn roof, and I was not trying to die today. But at any rate, that's not all. I know you guys all experience the evil that are customers at all retail, including GameStop. And this person asked, why are customers so damn mean? I had a lady yell at me today because the new guy told her that the item she brought, fuck, I can't read. This one says, I had a lady yell at me today because the new guy told her that the item that she bought should work to convert VHS to DVD when it didn't. Damn, man. I told her to make sure not to open it. And when she was in, since we can't return open product. Bro, this person writing this is killing me. I'm from Alabama and I can't read this shit. I told her to make sure not to open it since we can't return open product. She said, I'm a manipulator, a fraud, and I make so much money. Okay. Then started saying she's going to call corporate on me, but not him because I'm holding up policy. I'm sorry, I don't make policy and I don't get paid that damn much. Look, dude, look. This is what I did at GameStop. I was a wild man at GameStop. If anybody got a slight attitude, I would just give them $5 off. Because I ain't trying to get my ass lit up for GameStop. Nah, man, sorry, can't return it. Oh, you best believe I am. I was in a different world when I was at GameStop. I was just trying to survive out here, man. It says, here we are again. Quit last week and I've never felt better. Oh, I love these stories. Just as the title said, I promoted myself to guest last week and had my first full week at my new job. And I have to say, I'm grateful for what GameStop gave me and the people I met, but I'm finally in the career path I've always dreamed of. My boy dreamed of working at a bank. After being with GameStop for a smidge over a decade, damn, just like me, my employee number starts with a 4. Oh, my employee number started with a 1. Damn, a 4. My man, mine started with a 1. God damn, how old am I? Jesus. From not being able to have weekends off, having no free time, and always dealing with work, I will be missing doing the job, but I'm excited to start my new journey. Sorry for the subtle brag, and I feel free to delete if not allowed, but I just wanted to spread some hope out there for the people sticking it out, thinking there's nothing better for you, and there is. Jobs will pay you what you're worth and will abide by your schedule because they actually have staff to accommodate you. If you feel burnt out and need a change, you just might. Don't stay stagnant and take care of yourself. That's great advice, man. I know there's a lot of people that think they can't work anywhere else. Bro, GameStop is the lowest on the low rung of the totem pole. You can work somewhere else. I promise you, and you'll be better as a result. Obligatory promoted to guest posts as per usual. My favorites. I was with the company for almost 8 years. I started out as a guest game advisor, worked my way up to a senior game advisor and a key holder. And I've been stuck in the same role with the same low pay while gaining more and more responsibilities on top of it. It didn't matter how hard I worked, how great my metrics were, or all the high praise I received from customers. It was never going to be enough to be properly recognized and paid a livable wage. And now it's over. And that's the truth. GameStop's probably never going to move you to store manager and definitely never going to move you to district manager. It's not a career path that they will allow. It took me 2 years to find a new job that had a decent wage and hours that made it worth it. All I can do is hope that the wait has been worth it. Oh, I'm sure it will be. I'm sure it will be. Look at this. Gosh. Basically, I'm going to miss the good parts, and I'm going to loathe the bad parts. I don't regret working at GameStop for so long. I learned a lot of new things about retail, about business, and about myself. To those who are still stuck at GameStop, hang in there. You won't be forever. And that is a good-ass point because I probably learned all my socialness from GameStop, to be completely fair. I think I grew as a person as a result of that. So that's something you can benefit from. A customer complained about me because I wouldn't hold any Pokemon cards. And if you don't know, GameStop's the new place for Pokemon cards, and it's creating a shit show for the workers. One of our semi-usuals participates in our Pokemon cards and PSA grading. Every Friday, she calls and asks me to hold Pokemon cards for her. I tell her that I can't hold cards for her and that it's first come, first serve. Lately, however, she would just scoff and say, hold them, I'll be there in an hour, and hangs up before I can tell her no. Uh-oh. I go into my store to hang out for a bit. My store leader told me she came in to pick up cards and started talking about how the Mexican man who works weekends won't sell me Pokemon cards, even though I know he has them. That damn Mexican man won't give them to me. My store leader told her that I've been doing a good job of cards, but will talk to me about the complaint. She then proceeded to badmouth me, saying I need to learn manners and need to learn how to smile more, which is always okay when a woman tells a man that, which is totally fine. Totally fine. Here's the problem. I love to smile. Baby, what's up? Also, I'm not even Mexican. Shit. Oh my God, that's actually kind of funny. Oh, I'm not even Mexican, bro. What the fuck? Sometimes you're Mexican. Sometimes we're all a little bit of Mexicans. I promise you. Sometimes there's a little bit of Mexican in all of us. It's just something about the air. Trust me, when I go to La Alameda, I'm all about it. Shout out to my favorite Mexican joint. I can't help it, man. I love that shit. It kills my ass. Oh, Jesus. I done closed the window. All right. Now to the kicker. To the kicker, boys. And I'm going to be going through this thread because it's spicy. It says, we're not taking Switch 2 pre-orders. Damn you. They were originally going to be today. They're not anymore. Why? Tariffs. It's not political. It's from Nintendo. We're not taking Switch 2 pre-orders. Now, I will advise you, warning, this is on Reddit, so every comment's about hating Trump. That's just how this is. And it's probably actually a reason why a lot of these people are still at GameStop. And I will never understand why. This person says, I would use thank you for calling GameStop. We're not taking pre-orders for the Switch 2 today due to tariffs. LOL. It's going to be, what if I slide you Mr. Lincoln here and his friend Mr. Washington? You're getting a whole $6. You're getting a whole $6, man. It's funny. It says it's so interesting that the pre-orders went from April 2nd to April 9th. To be determined, but still comes out in June somehow, which is very, very soon. Nintendo website says for those to register in May can pre-order when they receive an invite, but the GameStop allows it. I'm going to the store to do it. It ain't gonna happen, boys. This right here says not political. Nintendo's statement regarding delay pre-orders in the U.S. was due to tariffs imposed by the President Trump. It's literally due to politics, they say. This person says it's not political. It's stating a fact. And it would be the same statement if any other country or world leader did it. They stated nothing else, hence it not being political. This person got downvoted into oblivion and said, oh boy, where do you get your education? I love how people that like find themselves on like maybe like the left, they'll always attack somebody's education and call them stupid before like, responding to the argument for some reason. Tariffs are definitely political. They're influenced by political agendas. That's not what they're talking about. I can't believe this is even a debate. OP said it wasn't political. I corrected them saying it is. There's no argument here. Tariffs are political. The end. Okay. Okay. Let's see what they say. It says, I cannot believe you're arguing this. Literally everything in the world would be political by your definition. And simply stating a fact does not make it political by the OP's use of the word and what everyone else knows of the use of the word. You are the problem here. The end. What did they say? It is implied that it's political by the term tariff. At least somebody liked that reply. Thank God for that. Interesting. Let's see what else is going on here. Let's see, here we go. So you're going to see every single post is going to be about hating Trump, which isn't really helpful, but GameStop has delayed it from April 2nd to April 9th. Now they don't even damn know. It's pretty interesting shit. I don't know what to think about. It's pretty wild shit. All I know is I don't want one. They're too expensive, and I ain't spending $90 for a game. Why? Because I don't give two shits. I'll just play Steam. Pay $5 for Game of the Year editions from 10 years ago. That's how I operate, to be honest. 30 likes from 400, boys. Dude, I'm just worn the hell out. 30 likes away. You're really, really gay. 30 likes away. You're really, really gay. All right. Yeah, Jacob, I agree. I completely agree, boy. Did you see that dude that stabbed that dude for asking him to move? Got bailed out for 25 grand. He got bailed out for 25 grand. Pretty crazy. Pretty damn crazy. I don't really know the whole story though, but he stabbed a dude at one time. He did stab a guy. He did stab a guy. All right, boys. Big shout out to Eric Leniger for dropping a $200 super chat. That is insane support. I really appreciate that, buddy. I love you. Thank you so much, man. You are the GOAT. You're the man, the myth, the legend. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Of course, Billy Hatcher as well with a $100 super chat. Chris Olin as well. Ellie Fant. Everybody, I love you guys. Appreciate you. Lisa, Rakin. You guys are goated. Red boys are rare, and so I appreciate you guys going out of your way to support your boy in these trying times. It means a lot to you, boy. Got bailed out for 25K and family got 400K. I mean, they're doing pretty good. They're doing pretty good. So at least there's that. They're doing pretty good, man. Getting great games for cheap is so good. Yeah, I downloaded Dark Souls 2 and it was pretty damn cheap, man. So I have not, Duke. I've not seen the judge that granted his bill. Where is the judge? I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it where the judge is. Where's the judge at? Oh, yeah, there she is. Ah, makes sense. Makes pretty good sense. Pretty good. All right, boys. No, don't create a space. Stop, Twitter, you bastards. Yeah, Lesser Logic. I mean, it's kind of like a win, right? I got to be honest. It's kind of a win. It's kind of a W. Yes, I picked my nose. I loved it. 25 likes from 400. It's time for Naked Snake, guys. It's time for Naked Snake. We've had such a great show today. I love you guys so much. So much fun today. Just so much damn fun. I really wanted some fun, and we had some damn fun tonight. It's been a while since I had a lot of that fun. I really enjoyed this stream tonight. It's fun, man. I like talking about this kind of stuff. And I like how you guys were receptive. You good people. You were kissing me. Loved it. Even had somebody drop 200. God. We got 0 memberships, though, because you guys are bad friends. But other than that, we did good. What's going on here? Okay. All right. I had a few in. How convenient, Duke. All right. You still have your old PS5? I have a PS5 in the box that I never opened. I have a PS5 just in case Bloodborne 2 happens. That's it. That's the only reason I have it. Otherwise, I don't use it. Purple rain, purple rain. Oh, yeah, membership. Doesn't that count? I don't think so. It says 0 on the thing. It says 0 on the thing. Oh, man. All right, boys. Here we go. It's time for Naked Snake for the 443rd time in a row, boys. 25 likes from 400. Make sure you get on it. New video tomorrow, as per usual. Don't miss it. Shorts every single day, as per usual. Doing pretty good lately. Been having a lot of fun with that. As soon as I click, you're picking your nose. What's up, Bowden Shot? How you doing? How you doing, babe? All right, here we go. Here we go. It's time again, boys. Like the show. Here we go. A Panini card is coming, dude. Here we go, boys. Reese.
What a thrill with darkness
443 in a row. Hell yeah. I'm all about it, dude. Here we go. Donna. It's time.
But you're so supreme. I
not for honor, but for you. Donna, in my time, there been nobody else. Cry. It's the way I fly to you, Lisa. I'm still in a dream, Snake Eater. Here we go, boys.
Someday we'll go red. Someday you feed on a tree frog. It's a trial to survive.
Oh my God, everybody! One more time. Here we go. I give my life, not for honor, but for you, Steph. In my time, there be nobody else. Yeah, cry. It's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, Snake Eater. 443 in a row, boys. 20 locks from 400. Let's go. One more time, boys. We go. Lisa! Amazing. Thank you guys for another Naked Snake night. The 443rd stream in a row. That's about 4 years long. 4-year-long streak. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Billy. Thank you, my boy Olin. I appreciate you guys so much for all your love, all your support. We're going to raid Moxie Dame. I'll be back Wednesday, of course, and we'll have a new video Tuesday. New video Tuesday. So don't forget. Duke says, this feels oddly gay sending you money right now. Hey, man, it's all good. What's up? It's all good. Ain't nothing wrong with giving money to a shirtless man. All right, boys. I love you. I appreciate you guys are the GOATs. Love you. Unlike Lost Duke, Make Stella, Chris Owen, Duke, PlayStation Guy, Musica, Midnight. Love you. Flightless. Love you. Zach Matusek, Steph, everybody. You guys know who you are. I love you. I appreciate you guys so much. Let's raid Moxie. Say Cam Raid in the chat like this. Cam Raid. I love you. Appreciate you. Thank you, Rachel Brinkley. I appreciate you. Get a hell on a dog on it. I'll see you guys over there. I appreciate you guys. Cam Raid in the chat. Cam Raid in the chat. Cam Raid in the chat. Cam Raid in the chat, boys. Let's go. Here we go. Let's do it to it, y'all. Do it to it.